All right, all right. It looks like we are live. I am a bit late, but we are live nonetheless. What is going on, Brihive? How is everyone doing this wonderful Saturday? For those of you who do not know, today is a members live stream. So if you are a member of the channel, you can go onto the members community tab and find the link to join me live to chat about all of this craziness today. Today we are going to be talking about Tory Lanez and his sentencing for the shooting of Meghan the Stallion and for the other various charges that were brought against him and that he was convicted for. See what we kind of think about that. Should he have gotten that much time? Should he have gotten less time? What do you guys think about it? And then we're also going to get into some Reddit stories and just kind of talk about whatever comes up while we're on the live stream. But first, we are going to start off with the Tory Lanez story. So, those of you that are watching live, go ahead and drop into the comment section. Let me know, or the chat section. Let me know that you're here live. And I am going to go ahead and say hi to everyone. For those of you who do not know me, I am Boss Attorney Bree, and here on this channel, we cover celebrity lawsuits, trademark lawsuits, copyright lawsuits, and really whatever the heck we feel like covering. And today we're going to be covering a celebrity conviction and sentencing, and a little bit of whatever we feel like covering, like Reddit stories. So let me go ahead and see who is all here live today. We have Jake Stroll saying, okay, a big question coming out strong, saying, what do you think are the chances that there is an obstruction investigation underway? They only gave Kelsey use immunity, even though she wanted something broader, because I suspect she swiped the gun. I don't know. For those of you who do not know, I'm not a criminal attorney, so I don't know too many facts about that particular incident or the particular steps that they need to follow in order to do something like that. So sorry, I can't really give you an answer on that one. Summer Butterfly, member of the channel, hello, welcome into the live stream, saying good afternoon, everyone. I'll be lurking. I'm getting my nails done. Yay, well, good. Let us know what color you're getting. But nice to see you here today. Tanya D, another member and moderator of the channel, saying welcome, everyone. Make sure you hit the like button on your way in to support Bree and the Brihive. Yes, of course. Thank you for the reminder. If you have not already, please do hit the like button. Definitely helps out this channel. And we're going to have some good chats today. All right, we have Amanda Beach Life saying, hello to everyone. Hope everyone has a better week than me. Well, welcome to the live stream, Amanda. I hope your week gets better. We're going to have some good laughs, hopefully, today. So hopefully that cheers you up a little bit. Tanya D says, hopefully the stream will brighten up your day, to Amanda Beach. Yes, of course. Amanda says, thanks. I need a distraction from my crazy life. Well, we are here to maybe not be less crazy than your life, but add a little bit of fun craziness to your life. Tiny D says, I've definitely been there. Amanda Beach says, I hope it's nothing compared to mine. My father, oh, I'm sorry to hear that your father has cancer. Fire, that was, I don't know if you want me to read all of that, but I am super sorry to hear that you are going through all of that, and we hope that we can, brighten up your day, get you a couple of giggles, a little bit of a distraction about what's going on. Jane Stoddard says, hiya, Bree, I think that means, et al. Yes, hello, Jane Stoddard, welcome back into the live stream, nice to see you. Chris Mullen, another member of the channel, saying hi, Bree, mods, and everyone, dropping a sunflower for the Brihive. Hello, welcome in. Nice to see you again. Amanda Beach Live says hello to Bree. Hello to you as well. TXJ Cha-Cha says hello. 3 a.m. here, so good morning from me. Well, good morning. Where are you? I can't remember. 3 a.m. I don't know if I would stay up to listen to me chat, but we are happy to have you here nonetheless. Deacon Fatal, another member of the channel, saying good afternoon, Bree and chat. Hello, welcome into the live stream. Nice to see you, member and moderator of the channel, Deacon Fatal. We are having our Saturday afternoon live stream, so hopefully it's a good one, y'all. Hopefully it's a good one. I think I'm going with Backlin GQ, that's what I'm going for, saying hello, welcome to the live stream. Deacon Pedro says, oh, I got jokes for this case, I'm ready for it. Deacon Pedro says, yeah, this is that is a lot. Amanda Beach Life says, that's okay. Good if tell. I think you might have got cut off there, but Tiny D says, y'all need anything while I'm at the grocery store, Man, I needed some eggs this morning because I ended up buying a $10 bacon egg bagel that was just a bacon egg bagel that I could have made at home, but I didn't have any eggs. So if you want to give me some eggs, that would be helpful. Send it to California. Deacon Fatal says, get some sugar to Tanya D. G14 Classified says, hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome into the live stream. Nice to see you. Deacon Fatal says, Brooklyn, I think. Oh, that stands for Brooklyn? Well, where's the R? I don't know. Saying hi to G414. And TXJ Chacha says, I'm from Southeast Asia. No worries, though. This is usually my work schedule during weekdays. Oh, so you can't sleep in on the weekends. Definitely been there before. All right. So we have said everyone here on the live. Yes, we have said hello to everyone here on the live stream. I guess being tired after work does not really change the fact that, I still stutter over my words. I thought it was always because I was tired, but it's like 12 p.m. and I'm already stuttering over my words. So welcome to the live stream. And again, guys, remember this is a members live stream. So if you do want to join and you are a member, there is a link on the members community tab for you guys to join in. I don't think today will be a super, super long live stream, but feel free to pop in when you're ready. We're going to start off with Tory Lanez and what we think about that. And then we're going to jump into some Reddit stories so we can hear the opinion live. But of course, I will also put the poll in the chat just in case you guys don't want to get on live stream. I know it can be a little nerve-wracking, so we appreciate anyone that wants to join on. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into Tory Lanez. For those of you who do not know, Tory Lanez is a singer from Canada, but makes music in America and got some popularity, got some little celebrity behind him. And I think he was allegedly, or maybe not allegedly, dating Meghan the Staillion. They had a little something going on. But a couple of years, whether they were dating or not, Tory Lanez allegedly, well, we can say for sure because he has been convicted of this, shot Meghan the Staillion in the foot with a gun. Meghan the Stallion did not want to press charges. Tory Lanez came out talking all kinds of mess. His story was that he didn't do it. Then he was like, it was an accident. Then it was like somebody else did it. So we don't really know what the story is in Tory's head at this point because he's changed his story so many times. Nonetheless, the prosecutors decided to press charges against him, bring the lawsuit forward. And he was convicted in January of shooting Meghan the Stallion and some other things. So let's go ahead and jump into the article about what's going on here. I tried to find the actual sentencing video, like if they had it on YouTube or not. I couldn't find it. So unfortunately, we're not going to be covering that today, but that is okay. Let's go ahead and jump into the article. But Bree forgot to actually share the screen. So I actually need to do that before we can get into the article. So let's do that here. We got the Coast Guard showing up for us. Okay. So we are the United States Coast Guard. For anyone that would like to join the Coast Guards, here's an ad for you guys. Let me know if you want me to send you a link for it. Just kidding. We're not joining the Coast Guard today. Why won't they go away now? I'm over here trying to make a joke and now it won't even move. Okay, it has to. Okay, there we go. I was like, no, it's gonna stay for the whole thing. Okay, it's not. All right. So we got from CNN, Tory Lanez, the man convicted of shooting rapper Meghan the Stallion in 2020, was sentenced on Tuesday to 10 years in prison. The Los Angeles County District Attorney Office told CNN. So he got 10 years. Go ahead and start dropping in the chat. Do you think that he should have gotten 10 years? Let me go ahead and put up a poll. I'm going to put, is Tory Lanez, let's see, is Tory Lanez sentencing fair? And then we're going to, that's a chat. What do you have going on today? Get it together. Okay, let's start a poll. Not the dancing poll, but, a voting poll. And then we're going to say, yes, it's fair. And remember, guys, they were actually asking for 13 years. He ended up getting 10. So let me know. Do you think it's fair? Yes, it's fair. No, I'll put no. He should have got more time. Or he deserves more time, or no, he deserves less time. Okay, so is Tory Lanez sentencing fair? Yes, it's fair. No, he deserves more time. No, he deserves less time. Those are your three options. No neutrals here. No neutrals here. Remember, he's being accused, or he has been convicted of shooting Meghan the Stallion, our girl, in the foot. Don't know if she's y'all girl, but she's been my girl. So let's see. Um, in December of last year, a Los Angeles jury, or I thought it was January, but I guess December. And remember, guys, they have been extending the sentencing since then. So convicted in December, just now getting a verdict on sentencing in August of the next year. That's a long time to wait for sentencing. In December of last year, a Los Angeles jury found Lanez guilty of 3 charges related to the July 2020 shooting of fellow rapper Meghan the Stallion in the Hollywood Hills. The Los Angeles County District Attorney told CNN at the time. Lanez had pleaded not guilty to assault with a semi-automatic firearm. So these are the charges, guys. Carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and discharge with gross negligence, according to the prosecutors. So he actually was not convicted of actually shooting Meghan the Stallion. He was just convicted of discharging the firearm. He was just convicted of carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm and also assault. Okay, so the assault. So he technically, I guess it could have been Meghan or whoever else was standing in that direction, but probably more focused on the assault to Meghan. But no battery here. Assault is just like a reasonable fear or a reasonable apprehension that you are about to be damaged. So technically, I would have to look at it to see if they're using assault as battery and assault, or just assault, which could technically mean he's not actually convicted for shooting Meghan the Stallion. Okay, the jury convicted him on all 3 counts, so he lost every which way. He did not win on any of them. Stallion accused Lanez of shooting her in the foot after she exited a vehicle they had been riding in following an argument. And I think they were like leaving Kylie Jenner's party or something like that. At a press conference following the sentencing on Tuesday, LA County District Attorney George Gascon explained how Lanez attempted to silence Stallion after she accused him of shooting her in 2020. Over the past 3 years, Lanez has engaged in a pattern of conduct that was intended to intimidate Stallion, silence her, and keep her from defending and bringing her truth out. Despite the physical violence, verbal attacks, and attempts at public humiliation, Stallion remains strong and shared the events of that fateful night with the jury and the world, the district attorneys continued to say. Stallion's position as a popular entertainer has brought a spotlight on the important issue of violence against women, says the attorney. See, there are many people in our community that endure acts of violence every day from people close to them and feel reluctant to come forward when this happens. I hope that Stallion's bravery gives hope to those that feel helpless, he said. Gascon also read aloud a portion of a statement made by Meghan the Stallion in court Monday. So, just saying, hey, we won this one. Meghan the Stallion was brave enough to come forward, and the conviction, it stands. It stands. Okay, let's see. Every day I think of others. This is what Meghan the Stallion said. Every day I think of others across the world who are victims of violence and survive. It is truly the most powerless feeling, especially when you question whether the justice system can truly protect you. Fortunately, the district attorney office fought for me. I'm incredibly grateful to them and the jury for the attention to the evidence and siding with the truth. But if it can happen to me, imagine those who lack the resources and support system to help them, Stallion said, according to the district attorney. She did not show up to the sentencing, but she did deliver a letter, and I'm sure that's where they're reading from the letter. Lanez's attorney, Jose Baez, also spoke at a news conference, calling his client's sentence an incredibly harsh 10 years. For all of that, I don't know if that's incredibly harsh, but let's see. We'll see in the chat in just a moment. To get a 10-year sentence is extreme and just another example of someone being punished for their celebrity status and someone being utilized to send an example. And he's not an example. He's a human being that shouldn't have been shooting people in the feet. So sorry, like, just because Tom didn't get as bad as a sentence because he's not a celebrity, like, I don't know if that's a good little, I don't know if that's a good position to stand on, Mr. Attorney. Let's see. Lanez is incredibly sad and down, and any other person would be, with the news of the sentence. The law allows for Lanez to be out on bail pending appeal, and they plan to file a motion for bail in the case as they intend to appeal, he said. So they're going to want him out of jail anyways, but they're crying about the sentence. So he's just delaying his sentencing. In April, the Savage singer addressed the case in an essay for eFile. As I reflect on the past 3 years, I view myself as a survivor because I have truly survived the unimaginable, she wrote at the time. She described how she not only survived being shot by a friend she thought she could trust, but how she also became the public humiliation of having my name and reputation dragged through the mud by the individual for the entire world to see, referencing the social media-driven smear campaign that began soon after the shooting, which painted Stallion out as a liar. It never crossed my mind that people wouldn't believe me, she wrote, added that she nonetheless knew the truth and the indisputable facts would prevail. Okay, so that is pretty much it. He got the sentencing, 3 different charges, y'all. He got 3 different charges that he was convicted on. He is planning on appealing the sentence of 10 years. His attorney is saying it's too harsh and that 10 years is too much for what he did. I think a part of the sentencing is kind of like the lack of remorse. Probably the changing of the story, saying that you didn't do it and you did do it, but it was an accident. But then, no, you didn't do it. Someone else did it. But then there's a video of you doing. All of those things play into the role, not simply because he is a celebrity, but saying that it's harsh and he's being set as an example because he's a celebrity. I don't really know if I'm feeling that, Mr. Attorney Baez. Okay, I think I'm saying his name right. I hope I'm saying his name right. But okay, let's go ahead. I'm going to check out what the chat is saying, and then I'm going to jump into the poll to see what everyone decided. We got 19 votes, so pretty much everyone on the live stream voted. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. If you guys have not voted yet and you would like to have your vote considered as if it's going to change the sentencing or not, it's okay. Go ahead and make sure you vote on YouTube. It is in the chat for you to vote if you're watching live. If you guys have not already, please do hit the like button. It does help us out in the algorithm and we get more friends. So that's always nice. All right, let me go ahead and jump in the chat and see what the peeps are saying regarding this case. I'm going to try to stay on track today. Don't get too many distractions going on. So let's see. I think I'm almost there. Tiny D is going to get us some eggs and sugar. Thank you so much. Amanda Beach says, Candy, my kid ate the last and please send it to Florida. Yes. Oh my gosh. Alpha is over there holding candy hostage from me because I like candy. I like sweets and he thinks I eat it all too fast. So he is hiding Skittles from me at this point. So, if you guys want to write a letter to complain to management, please do. B.L. Blazy says, greetings all. Hello. Welcome into the live stream. Nice to see you here. Deacon Fatal says, it's too hot for all of that. I'm saying hi to B.L. Blazy. Let's see. Cheryl C. Hello. Welcome into the live stream. Nice to see you today. Another member of the channel. I have no members backstage. I guess no one wants to hang out on screen today. That's okay. We can still do the chat, but this stream is for the members. So if you do want to get on and voice your opinion, please do join the live stream. Chris Mullen says, how and why did they give him 10 years for that? So he has a couple of charges. Let's go back to it. I don't know if you changed your mind since I've read this, but let's see. He is charged with assault with a semi-automatic firearm. Pretty dangerous. Carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle and discharge of a firearm with gross negligence. Now, they were asking for 13 years. I have not gone through the amount of sentencing that could have happened for each of these crimes, but I'm assuming that the 13 years was within the sentence punishment allowable for those specific crimes. And since he has 3 crimes, you can kind of add them on top of each other. And so that's what it sounds like. If you're going to convict it for 3 crimes. Let's say each of them have a maximum of 5 years, and basically he's getting like 3.5 years for each one. I don't think that's unreasonable. Deacon Fatal says, I don't think it was taped at all. As far as the video, I think there is a video out. There was a video that TMZ has, because I played it and they copyright struck me. I remember there is a video. Deacon Fatal says, absolutely not, done my time. But Chris Mullen says that seems extreme. The 10 years seem extreme. Okay. TX Cha-Cha says, I think he pissed off the judge. Probably. When he said she's his friend. He shot her while she's in a bikini, allegedly paid media to ruin her rep. And his story changed several times. Chris Mullen says, what were the circumstances? Okay, so in this case, they basically were all maybe allegedly, I don't know, drunk. They came from Kylie Jenner's party. Meghan the Stallion, Tory Lanez bodyguard, and Meghan the Stallion's female friend were all in the car. Apparently, they were arguing in the car. They got out of the car, and allegedly, or I guess you can say, the court found that Tory Lanez had a gun that apparently was unregistered, pointed the gun at Meghan the Stallion and said, dance, B-word, dance. He wanted her to dance, so he started shooting at her feet. It's still kind of unclear to me whether she was actually shot, but according to the case, the doctor was able to testify that she was actually shot and she had bullet fragments in her foot. And so that was the circumstances. Drunk people arguing, playing around with a loaded gun. Probably not the best circumstances to be in. Yeah, so that's pretty much the gist of the story. Deacon Fatal says, well, when I consider he was already a felon, right, and carried a pew without being legally able to carry, should now remorse, which the judge called out, or he showed no remorse. Yeah, no remorse, which the judge called out. Yeah, it's fair. And that's what I'm thinking. The fact that he came out and was like, I didn't do it, and then the court said you did do it, and he's still showing like, no, I didn't do it. I don't care. You know, basically like dang near she deserved it, but claiming also that he didn't do it. So I don't know. There's a video of him with a gun in his hand. So I don't know. Oh no, sorry. I don't think there was a video of the actual shoot. No, I think there is a video of the shooting. Now I'm confused. I feel like I've seen a video of the shooting, but now I'm confused. There's definitely a video of her like backing up when the police come. So maybe, am I confusing it? I might be confusing it. But anyways, moving on. Chris Mullen says hi to Deacon Fatal. That makes sense then. Deacon Fatal says he had a plea deal he could have taken and decided to roll the dice on that one. Anytime you go to trial, you're definitely rolling the dice because there's no guarantee that they're going to do what you want them to do. Cheryl C., especially if you have a cocky attitude, which it sounds like he had in this case. Cheryl C. says, I have to go to listen only mode for a bit. I'll be back ASAP. No problem. We're just happy to have you here today. Deacon Fatal says, oh, it was unregistered too? Yeah. I mean, if he's a felon and he's not supposed to be carrying a gun, then the gun is probably not going to be registered because he wouldn't be able to register it. Chris Mullen says to Deacon Fatal, oh, then he is extremely lucky to have only gotten 10 years. Yeah. But you think you would think he shouldn't get 10 years for shooting somebody only? I think that's just as bad. Shooting someone and also having the unregistered gun. Cheryl C. says, did the assault carry an enhancement because of the type of weapon? That might have affected the sentencing. I have not seen anything about that, and I didn't really go through the trial fully like that, so I can't fully answer your question on that. I don't know if there's any enhancement. And I really couldn't even find like the list of the sentencing so that we could read it. I guess I probably could have tried to get no, I don't think you could get the court documents because I think I tried before. I would have to see. Deacon Fatal says, keep in mind, she didn't charge Tory, the state of California did. Exactly. She didn't even really want to press charges, and then California pursued the charges against him. Pinky Blue says there's an enhancement for causing injury. Okay, that's good to know. I need to find the documents. I don't have access to the documents. Deacon Fiddle says, if you are just now coming in, please hit the like button. Yes, of course. Thank you for the reminder. If you haven't already, please do hit the like button so we can have more friends. We have more friends right now. We're at 31 live viewers. Let's see where we're at with our likes. We're at 23 likes. So if you haven't hit the like button, please do. Also, we're at 25 votes on our poll, and if you would like to have your answer considered, please do vote on YouTube. It is in the chat if you are watching live. Here we go, correcting. Deacon Fatal says Gascon like the Beauty and the Beast. I guess so. I don't know. Oh, it says I'm late on 2 times speed. It is. Well, we will see you when you catch up. Nice to have you in today. Let's see. G14 Classified says, I think with things like these, the celebrities getting into trouble, they should be given a higher end sentence to show just because you're a celebrity, you will be held accountable. I can partly agree with that because especially with celebrities, you have like a lot of young kids following what the celebrities do. So let's say you got a 10-year-old kid that sees that Tory Lanez shot Meghan the Staillion in the foot. We got kids bringing guns to school these days. So maybe you might encourage little Timmy to go to school and shoot Sarah in the foot because she doesn't like him. And then he'll say, oh, well, I'll only get 10 years or I'll only get 1 year if Tory would have got 1 year. If she can prove it, I'll only get 2 years. That causes a lot more dangerous situations. So I don't disagree that maybe even if his attorney think he got a heightened sentence because he's a celebrity, I don't think that's the worst thing that could have happened to him, honestly. You have to be set as an example sometime. Deacon Fiddle says, exactly, don't pew people in the feet. Exactly. TXJ Cha-Cha says he was out after the shooting, then assaulted someone. Oh, I don't know if I remember that. I'll have to get more details on that. Deacon Fatal seems to agree that happened. I can't. That's not ringing a bell to me. But he doesn't seem like the best person anyways. And y'all, he's not even from America. He's from Canada. So you're out here acting reckless in a country that you're not even a resident of. And that's one of the other reasons why they're going to try to appeal this too, because if he's already convicted of this, if it sticks, he may be deported and can't come back into America. And that's where he sells most of his music, to my knowledge. Let's see. Deacon Fiddle says, in my honest opinion, his representation was horrible. That's just me. Well, his representation is still arguing moot points, in my opinion. Pinky Blue says the judge said he couldn't consider the lack of remorse, but there was other aggravating factors he found to be true. Do you know where the video is? Because I looked and I could not find it. Hello, Kimmy Locker, another member of the channel. Welcome into the live stream. Nice to see you today. Deacon Fiddle says it's too hot. For what? Too hot for what? Deacon Fiddle says, I'm sure no one wants to see my sweatpants. Oh, it's too hot to get on live stream. That's funny. I'm over here on the tank top, so I guess I see your point. Cheryl C says, unfortunately, I'm multitasking today. I don't think you guys want to see me walking around doing random tasks. No, not at all. We do not want to see that. But I hope you get everything done. Hope you get everything done. Saying, ouch. Jasmine Smith says she had bullet fragments removed from her foot. How is that unclear? I'm thinking, like I said, I did not watch the full trial, so I don't know exactly what was explained. But I'm thinking if you're shooting at the ground and potentially the bullet splitting and potentially hitting her in the foot, I don't know. I could be wrong. So, yeah. TXJ Cha-Cha says he also released a video of him holding a horse leg. Her name has Stallion. I don't think he had the best behavior after the situation. I think he thought he was going to get away with it. Uh-oh. I missed my chat. Where'd it go? Okay. G14 Classified says, I wonder if she got hit with ricochet and that's why the bullet fragments. That's what I was thinking too, but I don't know how bullets work because I don't go around shooting the ground or at people's feet. So I don't really know how it works. So I'm thinking something along the lines of ricocheting and the pieces kind of splitting. TXJ Cha-Cha says, I saw a video far angle from a neighbor's CCTV. Okay, so I think that's probably what I saw too. Deacon Fatal says, I think there is, and we did watch it because the neighbors called the assault in. Yeah, okay. I'm like, am I tripping? This happened so long ago. Kimmy Locker says to Deacon Fatal, do you remember what he was offered in the plea deal? Let us know if you do. Deacon Fatal says, come on, let's get, oh no, what did I just do? Come on, streaming. Come on. Okay, let's see. As you can see, I can't spell today. As you can see, I can't talk like every day. Jane Stoddard says, I don't know about details, but in Canada, you have a license to have any gun, and it is highly illegal to carry handguns. No doubt he had anything for the U.S., and like I think Deacon Fatal said earlier, he was already a felon in the U.S., so you definitely are not supposed to be carrying guns. Deacon Fatal says to Kimmy Locker, unfortunately, no, but it was less than 10 for the plea deal. Amanda Beachlife says the video was unclear because she was in a vehicle, door cam and house cams were used. Okay, that makes sense. BL Blazy says he is Canadian. Yes, he is from Canada. Yes. Lola says she was shot, and please read Meghan Kunith reporting. Okay, I will take a look at that. Cheryl C says, off topic, Bree, have you read any of the DVH transcript? The Dep Be Heard, I'm assuming. The sidebars are wild. I have so much respect for Judge A, even more now after reading some of those sidebars. LOL. No, I have not seen that at all, y'all. I be busy. I barely find topics for us to cover because I have to do it kind of quickly. So no, I haven't seen that, and I will probably, if I have time, check it out. I don't know if it will get covered on the channel, though. Deacon Fatal says that is a great point to G14 classified. BL Blazy says, was thinking TX here. I'm not in Texas. That's I thought that's what you were saying. TX Cha-Cha, yeah. I thought you were saying Texas. Thanks, Texas. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Pinky Blue says there isn't video of the shooting. There is a video of the police pulling everyone out of the car, but that's a 5 to 10 minute drive away from where the shooting occurred. Yes, I definitely know there's that video. Deacon Fatal says he is it with another, or yes, he was it with another performer he assaulted while out on bond, I think. I wouldn't be surprised. It's still not ringing a bell for me, but I would not be surprised because he's a little angry man is what it sounds. They're kind of describing him as a little angry man. Deacon Fatal says, yes, it's too hot. Pinky Blue says, there isn't video of the sentencing. California is salty about OJ and stop televising trial. That's why there was so much misinfo about this trial. We had to rely on reporters and bloggers. And that is always hard because we saw firsthand about reporters and bloggers with the Dep Be Heard trial and how the bloggers was reporting something completely different than was actually said. Additionally, I think that happened with the Lizzo complaint as well. A lot of the headlines and a lot of the stuff that they were saying happened in Lizzo complaint never happened in Lizzo complaint. It never said anything about them being fat phobic. They said that the dance teachers or whoever was over the managers were racist because they were called lazy. They didn't call them fat. There was nothing along those lines. They just claimed that they only called the black girls lazy, which again, they would have to prove that. So I think a lot of times people get a hold of these things. They come up with headlines that sound good. They come up with sentences in the articles that sound good, but they're not actually what it said. So it's definitely hard to see what, to really know unless you were there live, right? And then the reporters half the time get it wrong because they don't even know the law half the time. So whatever. Deacon Fatal says, that is what I'm thinking too, to G14. G14 says, BS is a good attorney. He got Casey Anthony off. Well, he didn't get Tory Lanez off. He didn't do it for Tory Lanez. Pinky Blue says Meghan Kunith article in her Twitter has all the details on the sentencing and the enhancements. Okay. I don't know if I have time to go through that today, to tell you the truth, but maybe on Tuesday. Deacon Fatal says, okay, now here is the real question. How does TMZ get all the evidence and release it before the trial? Houseway. What happens is that someone releases the video, or they go to TMZ and sell them the video, and then TMZ owns the video. So you can't reproduce it for like copyright purposes. But I don't know how that really works with like criminal trials if TMZ just has to hand over the videos, because it's not really for copyright use. Yeah, I don't know how that works with criminal trials. I think they still just have to give it to them because it's for the purpose of trial, not for the purpose of like making a video of it on YouTube. So TMZ gets it because whoever records the video sells it to TMZ. Okay. Deacon Fatal says, oh, Meghan is great with her reporting of the case. Okay, I'll have to check it out. I haven't had the opportunity to. Jen Stoder says, as a Canadian, not looking forward to any department. He'll be back, or deportment back here. He'll be back, and then you guys can go to his concerts because he can't come to America and perform anymore. Deacon Fatal says that makes sense to Pinky Blue. TXJ Chacha says, oh, I am from Southeast Asia, not Texas. I think they're just saying thanks. BL Blazy says, I know so little about this. Thanks for the stream. Yes, no problem. It's kind of hard to even get a lot of information because, like we said earlier, we are reading a lot of blogs to see what is actually happening there. Cheryl C says, TXJ Cha-Cha. Oh, sorry, I saw TX and assumed where in South. Oh, you thought. Okay. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't messing anything up. Tiny D says, I'm in the car, so now I can actually listen. Okay, sounds good. Hope grocery shopping went well for you. Okay, let's go ahead and check out the poll. We got 29 votes in, so more people than that is on the stream currently. Let's see what the chat voted. We have, is Tory Lanez sentencing fair? We got 72% of you guys saying, yes, it's a fair sentence. He got convicted of 3 charges. So, yeah, I mean, sorry, y'all. I knocked my mic off, and so I hope I didn't say too much. And this thing is loud as heck. That keeps blinking in my ear. Let me turn this down. Why is this so loud? Turn down. Okay, that is better. Okay, 24%, or sorry. Oh, the vote has changed. We got 30 votes in now. So we are at 70% of people saying yes, the sentencing is fair. We have 27% saying no, he deserves more time. Wow, I did not think that would be a favorite answer, but it is. And then we have 3% saying no, he deserves less time. So majority of the stream is for 10 years was enough, or he should have probably gotten more time. We are looking at 3 charges here. I don't know exactly the sentencing for each charge. Apparently, if I look at Meghan, forgot the last name already. Look at her Twitter and maybe some articles she might have written, then we would have more details, but I kind of don't have enough time to go through that right now. Am I still muted, or you guys can hear me now? I think you guys can hear me now, if I'm not mistaken. I think we're back. And yes, to Kimmy Locker, you serve your time before you get deported. And apparently he's going to be out on bail. So that will be very, very interesting. Him walking around on the street out on bail while the, oh, we got the wrong mic going now. Oh, snap. Oh, is it not picking up my, let me see. All right, my mic is back. Sorry if that sounded a little funky for a while, but the mic is back. But yes, he's gonna serve his time before he gets deported, but he's also appealing. So this may take a while for him to actually serve his time. Kimmy Locker says, most of the time anyway, sometimes countries will do some sort of deal with each other, but I don't see that happening here. What would be the deal? Canada just takes him back right now, or which deal would we be hoping for Mr. Tory? Deacon Fatal says, either way, I hope he has some time to sober up and get some treatment while he's in prison. Is he having drinking problems? Or drug problems? I don't know too much about that. TXJ Cha-Cha says, I had to pause for my pondered Catching up on 1.25, the TMZ thing gives me flashbacks of Depp v. Heard. Yes, they had the videos for that as well. Amanda Beach says, Amanda Beach Life says, my cats ran across my desk at the same time. I thought my cats messed up the sound. Nope, it was me. It was me. Oh gosh, yep. Streaming, we can never guess what's going to happen live. Okay, that's enough of Tory Lanez for me today. I'm not going to go through Miss Meghan's rendition of what happened in the sentencing and everything going on in there. I'm already having enough trouble saying sentencing. It sounds weird to me, and I don't want to say the word anymore. So we're going to go over into Am I the A-hole? Y'all, I need to get some graphics so we can have like an Am I the A-hole thing. But for those of you, I guess I can just kind of say on here, I am in the process of planning on moving. So I plan to have some more things going on in the live stream once I move and get all my stuff set up in the new location, and all of the things. So I will let you guys know when that is happening. Hopefully I'll have the soundboard by that time. And then we can get some new little graphics for the screen as well. I just don't have time to do all of that right now because I have so much stuff going on. Okay. So y'all know the secret a little bit, but not fully yet. Okay. I'll update y'all when more stuff comes out. Let's see. I think we got a couple more Tory Lanez things, and then I'm going to jump over to Am I the A-hole? Deacon Fatal says that is what he said, and trauma from childhood, if I remember correctly. Cheryl C says, I did miss that part. He is going to be on bail pending appeal. That's nuts. With a violent offense, in my opinion, wasn't it only 5 years minimum fixed, then 5 years parole? I don't know. I haven't seen all of that information yet, so I can't answer that fully for you. But yes, they are planning on filing an appeal, and they're going to ask for him to be out on bail. Now, the judge can deny it or they can grant it. We would hope that they deny it, but if they deny it, then he'll probably get like time served by the time the appeal comes. But then, it's no point of the appeal because you've already served your time. TXJ Cha Cha says, would they let him out on bail? He can be a flight risk. He is probably a flight risk because he is not a resident of this country. He might have houses here or a house. I don't know how rich Tory Lanez is, but he might have a house in Canada. We don't know. He is probably a potential flight risk. I would agree with that. Deacon Fiddle says, I'm good. Kimmy Lockett says, I've heard of deals where people serve in their home country or get released back to their home country without completing their sentences as political exchanges. I don't think anybody would want to politically exchange Tory Lanez. But yeah, that potentially that could happen. I haven't seen any talk on it. But I definitely agree that can happen. But I'm just like, I don't think he would be someone they would want to exchange. They're probably like, keep him there. Don't send him back. He shoots people in the feet. That's wild. TSJ Cha Cha says he said he and Meg bonded over the deaths of their mom and drinking. Oh, okay. Yeah. For getting some help. Yeah. Deacon Fiddle says, oh, congrats on the move. Yeah. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. There's a lot of stuff going on. So I will update y'all when it starts to happen. Lolai says, it's disgusting that so many people in Hollywood support an abuser. That happens so much, though. Like, I don't know when that will ever stop. That happens so much. Okay, let's jump into Am I the A-hole? We got 3 stories today. If you guys would like to jump on, like I said, this is a member stream. If you want to jump on, definitely can. Also, definitely understand if you don't want to jump on. I could talk to myself all day and to you guys in the chat, of course. If you haven't already, please do hit the like button. It does help us out in the algorithm. Let's see if we can get to 50 likes this live stream. We are already at 34 likes and 31 people watching live. So if you haven't already, please do hit the like button. It helps us out tremendously. Let's go ahead and jump into Am I the A-hole? Something that we'd like to cover here on this channel. And let's see what's going on. This one is a little weird. I didn't read the whole thing, so bear with me as we get through it. This one says, am I the a-hole that my husband has changed all of the baby's diapers? Let's see if it's warranted. Why are you making your husband change all of the baby diapers? Let's see. Let's see. Am I the a-hole for asking my husband to change our son's diaper? My husband has changed probably 90% of our son's diapers for the first 1.5 years. Our son was born during COVID. I had a super traumatic birth. Our son almost died during labor, and we were all alone. We both worked from home, and our son was very colicky. I was exclusively breastfeeding and was up every night with him doing all bedtime feedings, nail clippings, teeth brushing. He did baths and diapers. It seems like a fair arrangement. Eventually, COVID ended and we got a nanny for Saturdays, and our son started daycare. He goes from 9 to 5. My husband started leaving for the day for work. I asked him to change the diapers when he was at home because our son, who is in the 100th percentile in height and weight, was hard to manage for me. I got by on days when I was alone, but it was definitely difficult. Even when my mom would visit, she would have a hard time with the diaper changing, and she works at a child care facility because he was big and unruly. So she's basically saying her baby is too fat, so she's not able to change the diaper because the baby is stronger than her. Okay, that I was not expecting that. Okay, now our son is almost 3 and almost fully potty trained. He wears a diaper overnight. We put a diaper on at night and take it off in the morning, and I'm pregnant with really bad nausea. So I've asked him to get the baby ready in the mornings as I'm usually choking back the vomit. My husband has decided he will not change any of the future baby's diapers. What? Husband has decided he will not change any of the future baby's diapers and has become very resentful, saying that it was totally abusive and abnormal for him to change so many diapers through our son's life, and that other dads don't have y'all. And that other dads, where did I stop? Abnormal for him to change so many diapers through our son's life, and that other dads don't have to change so many diapers. It's not like I've changed 0 diapers. I changed diapers anytime he wasn't home. On sick days, I am always the one who stays at home with him and cares for him completely. I always felt like our parenting duties were pretty evenly divided until I got pregnant 3 months ago, and things have definitely been harder since then, because it's hard for me some days to do things I really things I used to do, like make breakfast, get his daycare bag ready, physically pick him up. Am I the a-hole for letting him / expecting him to change so many diapers? Oh, he has to go. This man has to absolutely go. What do you mean you shouldn't have to change diapers because other dads don't have to change diapers? Go marry the other dad's wife. She needs help. Oh my gosh. Do you think she's the a-hole? Let's go ahead and put up a poll. I was not expecting that. I only read part of the post and I was like, okay, it's trending right now. So we're going to go. Like when I downloaded this, it was at 2,000 something upvotes. Now it's at 10,000. And that was like maybe 2 or 3 hours ago. So this one is trending and that's why I pulled it up. What do you guys think? Is the wife the a-hole for expecting her husband to help with the baby? Let's say that. Not change diapers, but to help with the baby. And now he's saying he's not going to change the other baby's diapers. He needs to go then. If you're not going to change any diapers, what are you here for? Go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. Okay. Is the wife the a-hole? Let's just put am I Ida for I cannot type with the mic between my hands, for expecting husband to change diapers. Diapers. There we go. Am I the a-hole for expecting my husband? Yes. Take care of your baby. I see chats coming in. I'm going to get to it in a minute. No, he needs to help too. And We'll give you a everyone sucks here. That's the one, right? Everyone sucks here. So I'm going to go through your answers first. I'm going to put the poll up. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. I already see some chats coming in. And then I'm going to give you guys my opinion, or I might give my opinion as I talk. So you guys know I can't hold my tongue. Okay. So am I the a-hole for expecting my husband to change diapers? Answers: yes, take care of your baby. No, he needs to help too. Or everyone sucks here. Okay, we're asking the community. The poll is up in the chat on YouTube. If you guys are watching live, let me go ahead and scroll up in the chat to see what some of you have been saying throughout reading the story. I got to stop doing these live reactions because they really got me tripped up. Let me see. I'm trying to get to. Let's see. Chris Mullen says, sounds okay so far. Okay. Deacon Fatal says, so a parent. Yeah, she's asking him to be a parent, basically, is what's happening here. Equality says to Cheryl C, not bad. I see you have the wrench by your name. I'll behave. Hee. Yeah, don't act up in the chat. The mods will get you. Deacon Fatal says, well, I'm glad she has some help. I'm thinking it's a positive thing, but let's see. Also fair. TXJ Cha says, what is he gonna do for the new baby though? The first one seems like a fair trade. What do you mean? Okay, I'm gonna keep going through the chat. The lady Jen says, oh, I'm so glad to catch your live stream, even if I'm late. Well, we are happy to have you, even if you're late. No worries. We pop in when you want. Chris Mullen says, what? Okay, we got some whats. We got some oh my goshes with the story. We're reading the Reddit story. Is she the a-hole for having her husband change diapers? Deacon Fatal says, I wish you could have heard the laugh I just let out, because really... Chris Mullen says, I know, right? Saying no. Let's see. TXJ Cha says he's resentful of diaper duty, but was into making a baby number 2. Right. You already knew what was going to be expected of you for baby number 2. Tanya D says the story is crazy. People are crazy. Deacon Fatal says, no, I do not. TXJ Cha says, not the ass. No, got me cussing on stream. Not the a-hole. She needs to leave him, get a great lawyer, take him to the cleaners. I would say leave him. He's not serious. Deacon Fatal says, I mean, no one likes cleaning up poo, but you better do that. You chose to have a baby. Let's go on. Kimmy Locker says, not the a-hole. She's growing a whole other human. He can change diaper. Even if she wasn't growing a whole nother human, he is the dad. Like, you're supposed to help take care of your kid. And obviously, you produced a big, giant kid that can wrestle the mom. The least you can do is help her out and with diapers sometimes. Like, geez, a 2-year-old, that sounds like he's like the size of a 5-year-old. Deacon Fatal is not the a-hole because that is their child. Exactly. It's your child and her child, not just her child. I hate when people think that just because someone's a stay-at-home mom, they have to do everything that has to do with child rearing. If you don't agree with her being a stay-at-home mom, don't agree to her being a stay-at-home mom. But guess what? Her job ends when your job ends. So if you get off at 5, she also gets off at 5, and the duties become joint. Okay? Come on now. Equality. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Definitely appreciate it. Says, or it's Canadian dollars. Thank you so much. Says, my hubby changed my kid's diaper all the time. Dads, moms, doesn't matter. You're a parent. I bet he says he babysits his own baby. Yeah, he sounds like one of those guys that says, oh, I have to babysit my son today. Like, no, that's your child. You have to parent your child. What the heck are you talking about? Definitely agree. And thank you so much for the super chat. Tanya D says, so he's locked into gender roles, huh? I feel like people don't understand what it's like to be a parent nowadays. Maybe, yes, you could have gotten away with that in the 1950s, but not in 2023, okay? You're not getting away with that. Deacon Fatal agrees with Tanya D. Amanda Beach Life says, I got questions on many levels. There is no communication between the two of them. It seems that the husband doesn't realize the amount of stress added with the second. Exactly. Even if it wasn't more stress, like you want her to work 24/7 while you only work 2 days. 40 hours a week. Absolutely not. I feel like people have babies and they don't know the work that it comes with. And that's coming from a person that does not have any children. Okay? Deacon Fatal says, ain't no such thing. Natanya D. Gender roles. Chris Mullen says, no, she is definitely not the a-hole. TXJ Cha-Cha says, if he's envious of other lazy dads, OP can give him a lightning round straight to divorce. Exactly. If he's not going to help you with the second baby, why is he here? Why is he here? Go get your child support, child. Because he's not going to help you anyways. I'll talk about he going to get sushi. That's mean. What if I wanted sushi? He always does fun things when I'm streaming. Streaming is fun too, but he's in there laughing. Can y'all hear him? Gonna go get sushi without me. That's rude. Yes, send him straight to divorce. Send him straight to divorce, y'all. Gibby Locker says, babysitting your own child drives me up a wall, and I bet this guy would do it. Y'all tell this rogue employee to stop texting me. Tiny thanking E Koala for the super chat. Yes, again, thank you. Nikki Kayla says, sir, go to work, make more money so you can hire someone to do your job. Exactly. If you want some help and you don't want to change your freaking baby's diaper, here's an option for you. Don't have a baby, or maybe make more money so that you can hire a full-time nanny. Because obviously you don't think what your wife is doing is good enough. Let's see what this rogue employee is saying. Let's see. Hello?
Meant to call my mom.
Oh, you didn't even mean to call me. Okay.
Bye, baby.
Bye.
Love you.
I do not believe such things.
Bye, babe.
Bye. Can y'all believe that? He accidentally called me when he's trying to call his mom, and he's gonna go get sushi without me. How rude is that? That's freaking rude. Okay, let's go on. Deacon Fatal says, why do I always hit the wrong button on these polls? You be voting too fast. Equality says, I know, right? My husband gets upset when someone says, oh, you're babysitting today. No, he's not, right? Not babysitting. It's my child. I'm parenting today. The lady Jen says, I might be spoiled because my husband does at least half the work around the house and taking care of our son. If I were to get pregnant again, I'm sure that percentage would increase. Yes, I definitely agree with that. For those people, I know it's really a big trending topic in the red pill community where men are like, they want a woman that stays home and cleans the house and blah, blah, blah. And then when they get home, they don't want to expect to have to do anything, because if you stayed home, you should have been able to get everything done. But I think a lot of people don't understand how much work it takes to actually clean the house all day, especially if you have little babies, little kids that you have to take care of. I definitely don't think a lot of people understand that. And I definitely don't think that men understand what it feels like to be pregnant, to be nauseous. I feel like they think that we fake a lot of stuff, including our cramps that come on a monthly basis. I think that they think we fake a lot of things. But one thing I would say is a red flag, if you are dating, taking advice from little old me, right? If you are dating, something that is a red flag is a man that is not going to clean up, a man that will not clean up, a man that thinks that a woman is supposed to clean the house, a man, especially if he expects you to pay half the bills and he still thinks that you should be the only one cooking and cleaning when you get home. Definitely a red flag. Don't marry him. I want to feel bad for this lady, but a lot of times we already see the red flags before we actually get in the relationship with these people. And I'm sure he wasn't washing dishes when she met him. She wanted to be a stay-at-home person. You kind of probably should have known what you were going to get into. Not saying it's her fault, but I'm sure there were some red flags for her to know that this could possibly happen. So I would say watch out for guys that want you to be a stay-at-home mom in 2023. If it's your choice to be a stay-at-home mom, by all means do it if he has enough money to afford to take care of everyone. but also make sure he's a team player. This is not dating advice. This is not dating advice with Bri, but it is dating advice with Bri. If he makes enough money, make sure he also helps. And when his job ends, when he gets home at 5:30, whatever, whenever he gets off of work, it becomes a team effort. Your job is also over. You do not have a 24/7 job just because you're a stay-at-home mom. You both have 24/7 jobs. So when he gets off of regular work, he has to also help you with the dishes, the food, the baby, everything. Do not settle for a man that does not do the dishes. My husband does the dishes better than me, okay? He cleans the kitchen better than me, so he gets to do that, okay? I just clean the bathroom, and he still takes out the trash. So get you a man that cleans, basically, is what I'm saying. Don't get a man that does not clean or does not cook. That was top of the list. My man had to be able to cook. Okay, TXJ Cha-Cha says, I meant he didn't want to change diapers for baby number 2. He was splitting baby duties for baby 1. He gonna be a deadbeat for baby number 2. I think that he was resentfully splitting the baby duties for baby number 2. And I mean, usually when men start acting like this and he was okay with it before, and now all of a sudden he's not okay with it, maybe he's not happy that she's pregnant with baby 2. Maybe he has another side chick on the side, so he's trying to cause as many problems as he can at home. I don't know. His behavior sounds suspicious to me. Let's go on with more chats. Nick Kayla says, like, it's fine to hate it, I guess, so just don't make babies, make money. Exactly. Don't have no more kids because you don't like changing diapers and you already made a really big baby that apparently fights your wife. Cheryl C says to Equality, you are always such a troublemaker. I've got my eye on you, girly. Nick Kayla says, or just throw up and have him clean that. Right? Or just don't do anything. Don't do anything. Let him divorce you. Okay? Because guess what? He's probably not going to want full custody. You're probably going to get some good child support, some good spousal support. Let him divorce you. Just stop doing anything at all. That would be my solution. Neat Scala says, or I already read that one. Equala says, honestly, the second baby is hard. And it's probably harder because the older baby is not that much older. He's still only 3 and still technically in diapers. Sage Moon, hello. Welcome to the live stream. Nice to see you. Saying, hey. Finally able to catch a live. This Ada is wild. Leave him. He wants to be a part-time dad. What about all the parents that have no one else to change diaper with, and he's complaining? Exactly. He's complaining because he has to change diapers. Potty train your kid. He's almost 3. Sounds like a parenting problem to me. Make sure your kid is potty trained, and then you won't have to change his diapers, his big diapers, because he's 3 years old. Okay. But yeah, with the second baby saying, I'm not going to change diapers. Okay, well, I'm not going to feed the baby because I got to breastfeed the baby, right? Or how about I'm not going to push the baby out because I almost died last time. She has so many more complaints than he actually has. She said with the first baby, she almost died and the baby almost died, right? Or just almost the baby. Oh, just the baby almost died. Let's see. Traumatic birth. Our son almost died and we were all alone. And you want to tell me you're not going to change? Okay, I'm not going to push the baby out. Let's see what happens then. I'm not going to feed the baby when it's come out. You're going to have to make its bottles all the time. I do so much more for the kid than you. You're talking about changing a funky diaper? Like, get out of here. TXJ Cha-Cha says, I wonder if they are mixed race, of if mom is just petite. Baby 1 seems to be big for her to handle. That is kind of weird, huh? Like, why is it a struggle for you to change the baby because he's too strong? That's a little wild, right? Deacon Fado says, they both work from home, if I remember correctly. Let's see. It just says, I can't remember. I don't think she worked. I think she was let me see. My husband started leaving for the day for work. I asked him to change diapers when he was home because our son, who is in the 100th percentile and height and weight, I think she was a stay-at-home mom because she said she handled it during the days when she was by herself. So I don't really remember, and I don't want to read the whole thing to find it. Jane Stoddard says she is at work from home mom, I think, not a stay at home, or did I misunderstand? I might have misunderstood it, but like I said, I'm not going to go back and read it because it's a lot and it's a big paragraph and it's making me have anxiety looking at it. Deacon Fiddle says, so someone is going to clean that poo. Someone has to do it. I would just, if you're not going to change it, just don't do nothing, mom. Don't do nothing. Let the baby, no, don't let the baby starve. But seriously, don't do anything. Let him do everything. Kimmy Locker says, I agree. She wouldn't be the a-hole if she wasn't pregnant, but since she is, I think he sucks a little extra hard. Yeah, I agree. I don't think she's the a-hole either way around. He needs to parent. Your day does not stop when you get off of work. People need to think about that before they have kids. Like, don't have kids thinking that your wife is going to take care of the kid the whole time. Unless you are making $1 million and you're paying her 300,000 of those dollars to take care of your funky kids. Sorry for those of you that have kids, but unless you're paying her 300,000 to take care of them and you don't want to touch them and you don't want to do anything like you would pay a nanny, then that's the only reason why you shouldn't be doing anything. If you're paying her $300,000, then I think that's okay for you not to help her take care of the kids. That's my opinion. Or no, make it 500,000. Make it 500,000 to deal with your overly large children, your large children that she has to wrestle. Okay. Nikki Kayla says leaving him is a little extreme, though. Yeah, I know. We always go there. I mean, the children, I feel like they were skipping some steps here. Yeah, I don't know where the disconnect is for them there. Cheryl C says, hot take here. It does sound like the wife isn't really being entirely fair. That said, they both need to parent those kids equally, and it won't always be equal at the time, but it should be balanced. Yes, so parenting in general, marriage in general is never really 50-50, right? She seems like she needs more help at this moment, right? Now, I don't know. If my husband complains about changing diapers, he will not be getting any more kids. That's just where I would go from there. Because you need help. And you're tired. So, I don't know. That is a hot take, though. It is a hot take. Tiny D agrees with Cheryl C 100%. Equality says to Jane Sutter, I think I missed that part, but it's hard working from home with kids also at home. That is true, even if you are at home, right? And Tanya D says streaming is fun, but food, yeah, exactly. And sushi, like that's so rude, right? Cheryl C says Alpha first he shook the job. Now he's rubbing it in your face with sushi run. I'm for shame, Alpha. Yeah, no, he's not even just doing a sushi run. He's going to go to all you can eat sushi and he's going to have a great time. And then I'm going to be hungry later. And then he's just going to, not really care. That's messed up. We got to take this husband get rid of this husband too. He's not doing a good job. Not doing a good job. Saying you're probably right. Yeah, they have to be more equal, but it does sound like she's doing more stuff. Now, one thing where I would say, Cheryl C, where it sounds like she's not being too fair here, is that it sounds like the kid is in daycare now. But at the same time, she's pregnant, so she's sick. So I don't know. I feel for her because I could only imagine the nausea and everything. Saying, oh, it's so cute. Nikki Kayla says the balance part is that she can't do it right now. He said he doesn't want to do it ever. Yeah, that is true. He does not want to change any more diapers. It doesn't sound like he wants to participate in parenting at all. It almost sounds like he's like, well, what do I have you for? I had you to take care of these kids, right? Dicky Fatal says, how about I stay out of all of that? No problem. Sage Moon says, this man sounds like a gender roles galore and not sympathetic to the ups and downs of pregnancy. Leave him. He's busted. I don't think it's going to get better for her, especially if he's crying about changing a freaking diaper. Maybe the kid is also beating him up and he doesn't want to deal with it anymore. Maybe you guys need to put that kid into some wrestling lessons. Nikki Baby says, can we read his reply again? I think he did actually reply on this one. So let me go. Let me get through the chat real quick. Chris Mullen says, looking after kids takes a massive amount of work. Yeah, especially one that's big enough to make it hard for you to change their diaper because they're that strong. Tiny D says maybe he's been talking to his friends who are feeding him bad info, who are giving him bad advice. Those would be the same men that their wife filed for a divorce and they be like, I didn't even see it coming. After she's been complaining, asking him to change diapers, but he's going around and telling his friend, bro, you don't have to change diapers. I don't change diapers. My wife changed all the diapers. Next thing you know, his friend is getting divorced and her complaint is that you wouldn't even help me change diapers. Agreed with you. I agree. TXJ says they want her to work full time, bring home good money, look like a goddess, F like a sex worker, clean like a professional, cook like a chef while they're a potato. Perfectly said. I think that's the kind of guy he comes off to as me. To me, Nikki Kayla says, or I think I'm saying that right. I almost saying that right. Nikki Kayla says, it sounded like he developed an aversion to the diapers because he was doing it before, right? I'm also curious who he has been spending time with online in real life. True. He says other dads don't have to do it. That makes me believe that he's talking to other dads. Or, like I said earlier, he might have a little side piece and she might be saying, hey, if I had babies, you would never have to touch a diaper. And he probably says, if you were with me, you would never have to work a day in your life. So we don't know, but sounds like something's being put into his head, right? That's what it sounds like. Deacon Fatal says, if you catch anyone listening to Tate or Fresh and Fit, run. Exactly. Break up with them immediately. Misogynist. Koala T says, life advice, not legal advice. Exactly. Dating with Bree. Deacon Fatal says, listen, I just have a cat. That is most I can do. I'm out for the rest of this. Exactly, right? Cheryl C says, girl, if you are planning to be a stay-at-home mom, you better get a darn good prenup. If you ever have a divorce and re-enter the workforce, that will be tough. Oh, yeah. I watch it every day. I watch people say, oh, the man needs to take care of me. He had this baby with me. He needs to take care of me. But guess what? If homeboy doesn't make that much money, you're not getting very much spousal support or child support. So, yeah, it sucks. It's a sucky situation. So, definitely, I would say prenups, especially if you're going to be a stay-at-home mom. If you decide to be a stay-at-home mom after you get married, postnups are a thing as well. Agreed with you, Cheryl C. Deacon Fatal says, it's the side chick. You hit the nail on the head. Has to be a side chick. Tiny D says he wasn't like that at first. Maybe he feel like he's over the whole parenting thing. Who knows? A lot of people think parenting is just going to be fun and giggles and happiness. So, yeah, maybe. Tiny D says she has some big babies. That's what it sounds like. She said her mother-in-law has a trouble changing the diaper. She has trouble. He has trouble. Sounds like a big baby to me. Deacon Fatal says, and we still have 2 more to go through. Yes, we do. The other ones are shorter, though, I think. Tiny D says, when she has the second baby, she definitely needs to hire postpartum doula. That would probably be a good thing for her, for sure. Tiny D, thank you for the $10 super chat. Definitely appreciate it. Saying donation towards the soundboard. We are getting that soundboard. I just didn't want to get it and then have to move it. So we are getting the soundboard. Thank you so much for the super chat. Definitely appreciate it. Amanda Beach Life says, my son was 23.5-inch tall at birth. I had trouble being 5 foot tall, but my husband learned quick to help, or he was sleeping outside of our room. Yes, that is how you train them. Yes, you do still have to train grown men, okay? That is definitely how you do it. Deacon Fatal says, every time I hear MAITA stories, I can go back to a Simpsons episode. At this point, Equality says, I'm 5 foot, Asian, my hubby is 6 foot, Caucasian, our babies were too big for me. That's a thing. You can have some big babies. That is a thing. Sage Moon says, oh, hopefully you can join Alpha for all you can eat sushi later. No, he's going to eat it all and he's not going to take me later. That was mean. Oh my gosh. How dare he? Chris Mullen says, to be fair, she is only asking him to assist with changing diapers and he does not want to do it at all. It's not like she is asking him to do anything else. Just assist with diapers. Exactly. She's feeding, she's bathing, or I think he does bath time too. But she's doing everything else, right? And throwing up sick with his second little spawn. Okay. Cheryl Z said, it seems like he didn't complain about it the first year and a half of the kid's life. From what OP wrote, it seems like she got used to not changing diapers. They both have unreal expectations. Probably need to communicate a lot more, right? Deacon Fatal says, so they are only talking with each other through Reddit. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead because I think he did respond. I'm behind in the chat, so I'm sorry for those of you who I did not get to. But let me go ahead and see the comments to see if he I think I seen that he responded somewhere. Okay, here we go. Yes, this is him. Let's fight via Reddit. Okay. I am a dad of a 4-year-old and oh no, I don't think this is him. But I am a dad of a 4-year-old and a 22-hour-old. I've done all but 2 diaper changes so far on the new one. Nurses did the 2, so my wife can rest as much as she can. I did the same with our 4-year-old. Wife is off work for a year to raise the child, which means everything when I'm at work. The least I can do is change every diaper when I'm home, even if I'm tired after a long day's work, because my wife's work right now is 24/7. She lets me sleep through the night so I can be rested for work. I let her rest as much as possible when I'm home. It's called being a good partner, and it's critically important to make a good parent. Fathers, don't be dicks. Do your part. OP, not the a-hole. You're a powerful woman, and don't let him forget that. Okay, I thought this was him responding, but it's actually a different dad in a similar situation that actually is going to change the freaking diapers, as he should as a parent. Let's see what the other comments say here. Not the a-hole. I do the gestation and extended breastfeeding, and my husband has done nearly every diaper change. It's a trade-off. You're feeding a human. You're growing a human, right? He does every diaper change he is home for all 3 of our children. It has given him the opportunity to have a strong bond with our kids, who receive constant hands-on care from him their entire baby and toddlerhood. A friend of ours, before our first was born, told us not to think of diaper changes as a chore, but as an opportunity to bond and interact with the baby and show them they can trust you. Frankly, as a person who is breastfeeding, I already had a lot of time to do that and was exhausted, but diaper changes give my husband the space for connection, and our kids viewed him as the person who could help them in this very important arena, and continue going to him for that, and also for all sorts of other things they need because of their trust in him. We had friends who would talk back and forth in front of their baby about whose turn it was, and it felt super messed up. So more people supporting her position. I don't think he responded, but that is all we're going to cover on this one. Let's go ahead and check out the poll, see what the chat thinks. We have 19 votes. Am I the a-hole for expecting my husband to change diapers? 16% says yes, take care of your baby. Jeez Louise. I was not expecting that. 79% says no, he needs to help too. I agree with that one. And 5% says everyone sucks here. Sounds like there may be a little bit of miscommunication. They should be able to work this out. So I could see that side. But no, the yes, take care of your baby is wild to me, because I think the dad is also responsible for taking care of the baby, y'all. Like, I don't think she should have to do the whole thing. And I guarantee he's not bringing in $1 million and paying her $500,000, so he shouldn't have to help. So I don't think it's only her responsibility to take care of the baby. Okay, this one is a little more messy. Probably gonna be the easier of the two. Let's go. Am I the a-hole for ending my engagement over him having a sleepover with an ex? So, our hubby is having a sleepover with his ex. I know the chat's gonna go wild on this one. This one's very short. I, 25 female, was engaged to my fiance, 27 male. We were together 2 years and engaged for 5 months. My ex-fiance has 2 children with his ex, and last week he took his kids out for the day. He ended up sleeping over there, where he didn't answer his phone for the whole night after 9 p.m. The next day, he texted me and said he was exhausted. He fell asleep on their couch. I was at our apartment waiting and worried about him. I left him because I don't want a marriage with someone who sleeps at his ex's house and leaves me hanging for hours. Okay, there's some other thing down here that I never seen. When my ex-fiance came home, I was packing and told him I was going to stay at my mom's and we were done. He was obviously really upset, but my reasoning pissed him off. He said there was nothing unfaithful with what he was doing and that he was there with his kids and was so exhausted and just watched TV, then passed out. He said I was completely overreacting and I needed to take a breath and stop acting this way. I don't think I'm overreacting. He went MIA for over 10 hours and had me home worrying. Am I the a-hole? Do I need to put up a poll for this one? Let's see. Let's see what the chat thinks. Am I the a-hole for breaking up with my fiance after he stayed at his ex's house? Yes, you should trust him. No, he was inappropriate. And everyone sucks will be the third one. Everyone sucks here. All right. So, am I the a-hole for breaking up with my fiance after he stayed at his ex's house? Yes, you should trust him. So, yes, you're an a-hole. No, you're not the a-hole. He was inappropriate, or everyone sucks here. We're going to ask the chat. If you're watching live, go ahead and vote in the poll on the chat. I'm going to go through some of the comments in the live stream. Then we're going to go through some of the comments on Reddit. And then we're going to check in with what the poll says at the end. Let's see. Okay. Someone says, ooh, not the a-hole. Tiny D says, shout out to everyone who hit the like button, even if they couldn't stay. Yes, of course. Thank you for everyone that has hit the like button. Definitely appreciate it. Cheryl C is saying, not the a-hole. Let's see. Let's get some reasoning in here, guys. Nikki Kayla says, I've been trying to cut up this melon since 3:30. What time zone are you in? But it's so much fun when there's enough of us for Bree to read each chat. I took a break from LawTube after Brooks, so I'm glad for the show. Well, we are happy to have you back here. We're having a good time. All right. Deacon Fatal says, oh, he did that and she is right for leaving. Okay, let's see. Not the a-hole. All right. You over there for the kids, right? TXJ Cha-Cha, not even a text, right? But can I be devil advocate? I feel like men do stupid stuff. So do you think this is a stupid stuff kind of situation? My question is, why are you sitting down watching TV at your ex's house if you're dropping your kids off after spending the day with them? That's weird. That's weird. Drop them off. Watch TV with them a different day at your house. You're weird. Chris Mullen says he visited his ex and then fell asleep at her house, probably in her bed, not on her couch, or on her couch with her. Who knows? WTF? Oh, if kids are involved, then it might be nothing. She is probably overreacting. I see it. We'll go on. I'll get y'all my opinion there. The kids part makes it difficult. I do agree with you. The kids part do make it a little bit of a nuance there. Amanda saying not the a-hole. Deacon Fatal saying, okay, triangulation. Not a fan of him so far because you can visit the kids during the day. The thing is that he had the kids all day and he went to drop the kids off. And somehow he ended up in the ex's house, dropping the kids off, watching TV on her couch, allegedly with the kids, and then falling asleep on the couch. Sounds suspicious to me. I wouldn't deal with it, but I also don't date people with kids, so I don't have this problem. But some people do date people with kids. So let me know if you guys are in the same position. What would you think? Summer Butterfly says, I bet he wouldn't feel that way if the situation was reversed. Exactly. That is another good point. Jane Stoddard says, not the a-hole. He didn't think enough of you to give you a quick text to let you know where he was. Agreed. And I'm not going to say most people. I know I wake up in the middle of the night. If I woke up in the middle of the night and realized I was in a strange place, I'll probably call my partner immediately as soon as possible, right? But maybe he never woke up. Or maybe he was in her bed. Who knows? Cheryl says to Nikki Kayla, welcome in. I'm sorry you felt the need to take a break, but I get it. The trial was rough. Maybe just join Bree and Emily D. Baker for some lighter stuff like food court, etc. Thank you very much. Yeah, we go rogue over here. We don't cover what everyone else covers. Sage Moon says, this one's tough. I think it's IDK. She's an a-hole, though, if she got an intuitive feeling that something wasn't right. I think there's a lot that something's not right there. I don't know. All of it will be speculation because we don't know more information. So we'll see what Reddit chat says. Koala, every time I see the E, it makes me want to say like E. coli, but I know that's not what your name is E. Koala. T. Okay. I mean, it's possible nothing happened. He was visiting his kids, but he needs to let her know. That is true. But she is saying there was no more correspondence after 9 a.m. So I'm wondering if he did tell her that he was over there watching TV with the kids. But also, if my ex is at my house with my kids and I see that he's sleeping on my couch, I'm going to wake him up and be like, get out of my house. What are you doing? Your time with the kids is up. Like, get out. And you can come back in the morning, but you are not sleeping at my house. So, did the ex not know he was sleeping there? I don't know. TXJ says, what was he doing with the kids that exhausted? I'm exhausted him enough not to send even a single text so she doesn't worry at home, or so that she can come pick him up if he was that exhausted. Kim Mullen says packing up and leaving him is extreme unless he has done this many times before, but if this is a once off, then she's definitely overreacting for sure. I can agree with that, but I also think that if he can get away with it one time, who says he's not going to do it again? I don't know. This one is, like I said, this one is a tough one because of the kid situation. He could be telling the truth, but the way that my anxiety is set up, I probably wouldn't stay. I probably wouldn't. Sage Moon says, that's what I'm wondering to TXJ. And what was he doing with those kids that exhausted him so much? Tanya D says, that's the beauty of a small chat. Everyone can be heard. Yes, of course, that is true. Amanda Beach Life says, he could have sent a text saying, hey, I can't drive, too tired, we'll see you later. Or he could have sent a text saying, can you pick me up? And I'll pick my car up in the morning. Or I'll get an Uber. I'm sorry. There is a way to do relationships. You don't stay the night at your ex's house, whether you have kids with them or not. I'm sorry. Unless you're single. Yeah, if you're single, sure. But there are so many ways to get home these days. Deacon Fatal says, okay, if I have a fiance, I'm not going over my ex's house to stay the night. Make any of that make sense? Because if she did that to him, he would be out of the door. Exactly. Just because he has kids with the other mom or the ex, I don't think it's an excuse. Let her go over to her ex house and fall asleep on the couch too. What is he going to do? He's going to accuse her of cheating, whether she did or not, right? So I think that there's a million ways to get home these days. He has a car. He has a phone. He has a fiance that can pick him up. He has a phone. He can call an Uber or a Lyft. He has friends. Maybe they can pick him up. She seems to have been awake because she says she hasn't gotten anything after 9 p.m. I'm going to assume she was awake waiting for him to contact her. And 9 times out of 10, if she said that she was worried, she probably called him about 40 times and he probably didn't answer the phone because that's what I would do. Psycho, maybe, but I don't think that's appropriate. And like I said, even if I was the ex and I realized that my ex fell asleep on the couch with our kids or with whoever, and I knew that he had a fiance, he was not a single man, even if he had a girlfriend, I would wake him up and be like, you need to go home because you're not about to get me in no mess for her thinking I'm messing with you or that I want you. No, go home to your wife, go home to your fiance. So that's my opinion on it. If the ex realized he was there, or because I'm just gonna assume my first assumption is he was in the bed with her. So the lady Jen says she's not the a-hole if she doesn't feel comfortable with him being at his ex house with the children, nefarious or not. She shouldn't be in that relationship. Exactly, because he's always going to have those kids with that lady, and there could be a situation like that again, especially if he gets away with it once. I agree. Cheryl C says, again, I feel like there is missing information here. I want to know why he was at the ex's house, why he didn't answer the phone or text her at 2 a.m. saying, OMG, I fell asleep. And that excuse, if that was the excuse he gave. Sounds like he just came home. The next day he texted her. The next day, after 10 hours, he slept for 10 hours. He texted her and said he was exhausted and fell asleep on the couch. The thing is, I think my problem is that I deal with this every day, right? I'm a family lawyer, got custody, got divorces, right? I deal with this every day. A lot of people, when they exchange their kids, they're meeting up at a public place. Fine. Let's assume that they have a cordial relationship and he does drop them off to the mother's house. Most of the time, the furthest you're going is the doorstep. You're not going in and sitting on the couch and watching TV at the ex's house, especially if you have a new partner. Like, it doesn't make sense. To me, it sounds like him, and this is just me speculating, him, the ex, the kids all went out for a day of fun and decided to go back in the house to watch some more TV together. And then he fell asleep on the couch with his real family. No, he's going to have those kids forever. I don't think it's appropriate. If he want to stay the night at her house, I wouldn't even leave. I would tell him to go sleep at her house. But I'm petty. So this is why I don't date people with kids. You're not coming to me with this excuse. Absolutely not. TXJ says, how do we reply here with highlights on the name of the person we are replying to? I can't figure it out. I mean, that's what we're left with. Deacon Fatal says, fell asleep, at least be sleep my behind. Oh, I don't know what you mean by that. TXJ says, bees sleep. I don't know what you guys are putting that be deep sleep. I don't know what you guys mean by that. Sage Moon says the math ain't mathing with this one. It doesn't make sense to me either, because most people that I know that do custody exchanges do not go in the other person's house. They don't go in, sit down and watch TV. Maybe they have that good of a relationship. I don't know if I would be secure enough to date someone with that good of a relationship with their ex that you're going in and watching TV when I'm not there. I don't think I would date someone like that, because you clearly have a history. You have 2 kids together. He's only 27, so he may or may not have broken up with the ex that long ago. The kids are probably not that old. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Sorry. Tiny D says, I wouldn't jump to end the relationship immediately, but he needs to be dealt with, not the a-hole. Okay, definitely can agree with that. Nikki Kayla said, boy, bye, girl, run. As long as they ain't legally tied, I say leave them for anything you want. No need for justification, girl. He got kids, not you. Exactly. He's going to have those kids for the rest of his life, and that can happen again, right? Tanya D says, probably not the first time she had some red flag. And she could have some more reasons of why she's even thinking that. I would probably think that way too, even if I didn't see any red flags, to tell you the truth. Because why are you going in her house in the middle of the night? That's weird. Okay. TXJ says, from 9 a.m. until the next day. I missed the timeline. That's very sus. No, from 9 p.m. So he had the kids out with him, allegedly with just him, all day. But after 9 p.m., he didn't text her anymore. And then he texted her in the morning, I'm assuming around 8 a.m. or something like that, saying that he fell asleep. Deacon Vado says, okay, y'all are out here talking to exes in this day and age. Well, he has kids, so he has to talk to his ex. TXJ says they seem to have kids together. Yes, they have 2 kids together. Sage Moon says to Tiny D, yep, maybe she can try to find out more details, see if he tells on himself. maybe check the phone. There might be some details coming in through text messages later on from the ex. Nikki Kayla says, I don't think it's about the ex. It's the lack of communication. After some hours, I would be calling. No, Carly. Are you talking about Carly Russell? It would be gone missing. Tiny says, exactly, Bree, as the ex, she should have at least said, you better call your fiance or something. If there's nothing nefarious going on, right? I wouldn't have a problem being like, oh, okay, you saw your kids, go home. I don't want you snoring on my couch. Like, Chris Mullen says, then she needs to sit down with him and have a heart-to-heart about how it made her feel. Yeah, that's true. Some people can't come back from it. You definitely can have the heart-to-heart. Cheryl C says, exactly. If he fell asleep while watching TV with the kids, why didn't the ex wake him up? Right, because you would know where your kids are for sure, even if you don't know if he... First of all, I'm not falling asleep with some man that I'm not with anymore, just in my house. But for sure, if the kids were sleeping on the couch, she would probably come check on them, or at least, put them in bed or something, right? Sleeping on a strange couch is not comfy. He must have woken up at some point, if that were true, in my opinion. That would be my assumption too. And I wake up in the middle of the night, even in my comfy bed. So Kimmy Locker says, regardless of whether or not she overreacted, I don't think anyone is the a-hole for leaving a relationship that they're not happy in for whatever reason. I would agree with you there. She's the one that has to live with it, right? Tiny D says, if he's like that now, it definitely won't get better after they're married. And like I said, this guy is only 27 and she's only 25. She can find another one. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Equality says, I think there's a lot more to the story. It depends on how he acted before. She left him for a reason. This could have been the last straw. Maybe. Yeah, that's true. Amanda Beach Life says, if she did that to him, he would be at her ex's house asking, WTF is going on here? Exactly. That is true. He probably would not have the calm reaction he's telling her that she should have. Cheryl C says, if my fiance was out driving his kids somewhere and never came back and never called, I would be calling repeatedly too. Was he in an accident on the way home? Yes, exactly. Definitely agree with you there. That would be my thought process why I'm calling. And then if you text me in the morning and talk about, sorry, I fell asleep, then that's when my brain will go somewhere else, right? And I mean, like, if he has that good of a relationship with her, I would assume that the new fiance should have a good relationship with her too. That would be my assumption. And did she try calling the ex to see if he was there? I wonder. Tiny D says, let me just say it, he's full of... Exactly. That's how I'm feeling. That is how I'm feeling. You don't just go in your ex. I'm sorry. Even if you have kids, I deal with this every day. No, we have about 80 cases, and I've dealt with more cases before that. And currently, none of these people go into each other's house to drop off the kids. Most of them are meeting at public locations because it's beef. But if they're in a good relationship, a lot of times they drop them off at the doorstep. And usually the kids are older. These kids sound younger. And if you got to drop them off at night, it sounds like she's not giving you overnights at your house. You just spent the whole day with them. So what you going in her house for? And these kids sound, to me, I would think that the kids are young. He's only 27. So at least under 10 is what I would say, unless they were having kids at like 16. Let's see. So you may have even called 911. Right. You're putting a lot of resources on you, right? Sage Moon says, agreed. Sound like he's on some BS. Yes. Yep. I think he's on BS. Let's see. Michaela Dawson says, lack of boundaries and lack of empathy and sympathy for the partner. I'd be out. Always love your live streams, Bree. Thank you very much. I agree with you. Lack of empathy, like, come on. You know it's going to look bad. You definitely know it's going to look bad. So you should be doing the utmost to not make it look bad. I definitely agree. TXJ says, we were joking. He was, oh, I got it. Yes, I got it. Cheryl C says to TXJ, Then type the username as it is written in the chat. If you are on PC, type, oh, you're trying to explain how to tag people. Yes, to preach, same. Lack of boundaries for sure. Yes. Deacon Fatal says to me, ask the kids. Kids see everything. Was your daddy sleeping on the couch with you? But she would have to wait to get in contact with the kids to ask them that. And kids like to talk. They're like, no, my daddy and my mama was in the room together. I don't know what happened when he dropped this stuff. Sage Moon says, why I fall out laughing at no Carly though. So good. We gotta be going missing on you, right? He is going missing on her. Deacon Fatal says, does she have the ex's number? Because he sounds suspect as all get out. That's what I said. Is she also close with the ex? Because if he's close enough, and I'm saying this from experience with the cases that I deal with, if he's close enough to drop the kids off into her house, even if they're young, they're usually dropped at the doorstep. You'd be like, hey, here's the bag. They did good today. Bye. See you later. Especially in the middle of the night. I would assume that the fiance may or may not have her number. Did she try calling the ex? Did the fiance try calling the ex? And was her phone going straight to voicemail? It's the question I would like to know. Let's see. Boundaries. Definitely agree with the boundaries comment. Not the a-hole. If my ex fell asleep at yep, look at this. If my ex fell asleep at my house, I would wake him up and make him leave. Exactly. Why are you in my house? Go home. You can pick the kids up tomorrow. They're both clowns. Get yourself out the situation. It's disrespectful, even if nothing untoward about it. Yeah. Basically, even if nothing happened, it's inappropriate. I definitely agree. I think it's disrespectful. My ex and I get along well. He comes over to see our kids and fall asleep on my couch all the time. No way I'm letting Sleeping Beauty stay there all night. Movie ends. I'm banging pots lids, rearranging the cutlery drawer. Your visit time is up. Go home. Look, she said we get along. He comes over and he falls asleep all the time. Get out my house. Get out my house. I agree. Definitely agree. And she has the experience of it. And it doesn't even sound like she says she has a husband or a boyfriend or anything. She's just like, no, you're not sleeping at my house. We're not together. It doesn't make sense for you to be over here. For all we know, he might have a vendetta against you and want to kill you in your sleep. Get out of my house. Someone else says, the oldest son's dad is one of my best friends, but if he ever fell asleep at my house, I'd let him sleep for maybe an hour or two and send his A home. Only reason I'd even do that is it's a 2-hour drive to get him home. She's only going to let him sleep for an hour to 2 max. See, these women are right on the same bandwagon we are. Says, I'm visualizing Tanisha in the Bad Girls Club in a circa. I ain't getting no sleep because of y'all. You ain't gonna get no sleep because of me. Get out my house. Go ahead. Exactly. Banging pots and pans. Lane BMX says, yep, and he should know how that looks from a reasonable outside perspective. Exactly. You already know how it's gonna look. You are gonna know how it's look. Even if you didn't do anything, you better be proving your case. You got to bring that girl to the house immediately and say, hey, no, he fell asleep. I didn't know he was out there asleep. Y'all got to go do a lie detector test. You know how it looks. You definitely know how it looks. Electrical Fact says, yeah, would he like it if she slept over at ex's house while he's at home worrying? Probably not, right? Let's see. Think you're a smart girl. Don't make excuses for him. Exactly. There's a lot of cussing in these comments. No S word, LOL. I get having the amicable relationship with the ex if there are kids involved, but if he was that dang tired at only 9 p.m., what the hell were you doing? He should have gone home and ex should have kicked him out too. He should have, if he was that tired, he should have never went in and watched TV. You said to your kids, hey, I gotta go drive home. I'll see you next week or whenever you're gonna see them. Kids understand, they'll forget in 10 seconds. They don't care if you go home. Like, they know that you're going there to drop them off. So you could tell your kids, like, hey, I'll see you next time. Big Tuber says, but if he did that, too, would have had effed his ex one last time because of the, I don't know what that means. Okay. This is what makes me think something else was going on, that and his literal anger at her response and being being worried and upset that he didn't check in. You're engaged. That's a responsibility, and that person deserves to be in the loop, especially when you're with your ex, even if it's just for the kids. Nothing wrong with visiting your kids, but you have to think of your fiance. It's not rocket science. So I think they're on the same boat as us. It looks suspicious whether he did something or not. Let's see. I'm going to get some more chats and then we'll go ahead and go to the poll. Deacon Fell said, ask the kids, they see everything. Sage Moon says, why? I just fall out. Oh, I already think I got those ones. Deacon Fiddle says, does she has the X number? Yep, I got that one too. Kimmy Locker says, is it too late to join the live stream? No, it's not. We only got one more story though. I've got some extra time, but no, we're semi-close to end soon. Yeah, I only have one more story, but you're definitely welcome. There's still time. We have another Am I the A-hole? Yes, exactly. Tanya D got the what do you call it? Can't think of it. The schedule of the stream down. Thank you. I didn't even tell her before we got on live stream, but Tanya D is paying attention. We do only have one more Am I the A-hole? Answered it before I can even get to it. TXJ says we still have another. Oh, TXJ too. I love it. I love that y'all listen. And y'all know the schedule better than me. I can't even just cut it off early at all. So love to see it. We have a friend in the back. Let me know if you're ready with a thumbs up. Just let me know. Okay, we have Kimmy in the back. Welcome to the live stream. Nice to see you.
Hi, nice to be here. Long-time member, first-time caller.
Yes, I know. Nice to see you here live. How's your day going?
Good. It's rainy here, but a little more fun now.
Yeah. What area are you in?
Atlanta.
Oh, okay. Oh, is it humid?
Always, yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. Or not good that is humid, but it's good to have you here. What do you think about this Am I the A-hole story?
Well, I have a different perspective on like boundaries in a relationship. I think that if the only reason that you're not worried your significant other is cheating is because they're not like having the access or not at their exes or something like that, then that's the issue, not staying over. I'm friends with my exes because I like the people that I dated. It just didn't work out. And if the only reason that I'm not cheating on my current partner with them is access or not seeing people that I want to be friends with, then that's an issue. But like I said earlier, I don't think you're an a-hole. Hi, Tanya. For MD, hi. I don't think anyone's an a-hole for leaving a relationship for any reason.
Right. I definitely would agree, especially if she knows that she's not going to be able to deal with it in the future if it happens again. If he says, hey, I won't do it anymore, I think it'll be a lot more reasonable for her to stay. But if she thinks it's going to be a problem in the future, definitely leave. I don't know if I would leave immediately. I think I probably would want more answers, but I definitely do think that it's inappropriate. And like I said, men do stupid stuff and you have to tell them that's stupid. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. And if they do it again, then that's when it becomes, I think, okay, it's time to leave kind of situation. So I wonder if it was more.
Yeah, because if that's the very first time anything ever happened ever, that's kind of a large reaction to actively not only threaten, but move out.
Right.
But I don't know. Maybe that's just a firm line for her and she's holding it.
Right. And I wonder if she said something about it before too.
Yeah, the issue that I would mostly have with that is not communicating, like not saying where you are, just going MIA.
Right.
No matter where you are, if it's the grocery store, like that, I have anxiety. That would freak me out. So I don't like that.
Oh, I'm completely like that too. It probably drives my husband crazy. But it's like, no, you need to tell me where you are. I'm not at the point of like always having location on, but if he's going somewhere and I know like maybe drinking may be involved, or you said you were going to the store and it's been 3 hours and it normally only takes 1 hour. I'm like, okay, where are you? Don't get in an accident. I don't think he's the best driver. So
and especially if he is that tired, that genuinely tired, you can fall asleep driving home.
Yeah, that is true.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that is true. That's very true. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into the last Am I the A-hole story. This one is kind of long. I thought it was a shorter one, but it's actually kind of long. So let's go ahead. Uh-oh. Wait, I got rid of. Okay, there we go.
Oh, that's
Kind of long. All right. So, I forgot to do the actual poll. Let me do that one first. Oh, sorry. I'm not used to there being multiple people. Okay.
oh no,
So
that's
we
cool.
have this story. It says, am I the a-hole for breaking up with my fiance after he stayed at his ex's house? We have 0% saying yes, you should trust them. That was the first 0% today's live stream. And then we have 82% saying no, he was inappropriate. And then 18% saying everyone sucks here. I think that's more along the lines of, hey, maybe give them another chance. The immediately packing up, I didn't think about that part. I think that is a pretty big, that is something to consider. If you just pack up as soon as he does something wrong, that may indicate some other issues. I love how your dog is just sitting in the back. Like,
Yeah, she's being a good girl. What's up? Say hi.
so cute. So I didn't really think of that part. The immediate packing up is probably more of a red flag on her part, but definitely if she doesn't believe him, then pack up. Have a conversation first. Okay, let's see. Let's end that poll and then we'll jump on to the next one. Hold on, we have some other people commenting. Nikki Kayla saying, Kimmy, me too. Tell me why we got a heat advisory, but now this loud storm is rolling in. Ridiculous. I guess in the same area for the weather.
Yeah, apparently Atlanta has been getting more rain than even Seattle. It's been disgusting.
Oh, I didn't even know it rained like that there.
It does now.
Mm-hmm. Equality says, oh, interesting perspective, but you're right. It's more about trust than if he actually cheated on her or not. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I'm just going to go through the rest of the comments. Deacon Fatal says that's a fair point. Deacon Fatal also says it probably will be, and I would be working on my exit start after this. Yeah, exactly. Especially if he gaslights her. Yeah, it's probably not a good relationship to stay in because he's going to have these kids forever.
Yeah.
Deacon Fatal says setting her boundary, which is correct. She is calling him all night and no call back. She might think think she is gone. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Saying hi to the puppers. Carly and Andrea saying how cute. Deacon Fatal saying to Kimmy Locker, hello from Alabama. Or is it, yeah, Alabama, I think. And it is hot here and the weather is crazy. All sorts of crazy. Oh, that's you commenting back.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. So let's go ahead and jump into the last story of today. Like I said, it's kind of long, so bear with me here. Let's see. Let me get my voice together. Okay, me, 24. Oh, sorry. Let me go into it. Okay, my boyfriend faked a proposal, so I broke up with him. So I don't know if this is am I the a-hole, but this is a story. It's saying that they're not the OP. My boyfriend faked a proposal, so I broke up with him. They're just letting us know where the actual story came from. Okay, so me, 24 female, have been dating my boyfriend Andrew, 26 male, for 5 years now. That's a good amount of time, but they're still pretty young. We've had a healthy and stable relationship up until today. Andrew always been a prankster and made jokes with me all the time, and I do it to him too, but today he took it way too far. In the morning, he woke me up at 7 a.m. and told me to wake up because he wanted to take me to the spa. I was pretty surprised because it wasn't a special day or anything, but I was all in for it. At the spa, he told me how he wanted to go to a fancy restaurant. Oh my gosh, I think I might have heard this one. Wanted to go to a fancy restaurant after we were done at the spa and that he was paying. Of course, I agreed. Of course, I agreed as we hadn't been out together in a long time. Okay, let's see. Uh, we then got to the restaurant. We had a beautiful and romantic dinner and just a nice time in general. We were talking about a house we were planning to move into and chit chatted about other stuff too. After around 40 minutes, Andrew stood up and got on his knees and took out a box out of his pocket. My heart stopped beating. I hadn't even predicted this. We have never talked about proposal before, but I also thought it was a great time now. He did a speech about how I was the most beautiful girl in the world and how he wanted to live with me forever and ended with, "Will you marry me, princess?" Of course, I said yes. Let's see what happens next. Seconds. Oh, here we go. Seconds later, she spelled excitement wrong. All the excitement turned into horror. Horror. He opened the small box I expected. He put the ring in, and it was a note saying, "You've been pranked." And Andrew started laughing hysterically. Are you serious? And this is in a restaurant in front of multiple people. He continued with, "Baby, this was just a prank. I'm not ready. I'm not ready at all to marry you yet." Then why did you do that? Like, you guys weren't even talking about marriage. He was leaning in to hug me, but I gave him the biggest slap ever with tears streaming down my face. I just told him, "We're over, you effing scumbag." I am now sitting in my bed crying and writing this, and I don't know what to do. He's been texting and calling me, but I haven't responded because I feel so sad, betrayed, and mostly angry. I thought this was going to be one of my best days of my life. What should I do? Okay, y'all. This one is asking, what should she do? There's also an update on this one from recently, from August 5th. I think this was posted on August 4th. So not too long ago. Not too long ago. What should she do? What do you think, Kimmy?
I think she already did it. She slapped him and said they're over and left. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know that our chat goes to leaving pretty quickly, but I'm for it for this one. Because what's the punchline? That she's excited to marry him and he's not? That she's like upset about something? Like, what's the joke? It's not funny.
Yeah, he just embarrassed her in front of a restaurant full of people. Like, if he wanted it to be, not to say that this would be any more tasteful, but if he wanted to be a joke, why did he not just do it at home in the privacy? The crazy part to me is that they're not even talking about marriage. They're not even talking about proposal. He just decided to do this on his own. Like, that's crazy to me.
And it's been 5 years though. So it's not like it's only been a few months or something to where it's like, okay, yeah, it's kind of funny. Even then it's not super funny. But after 5 years, a lot of people are thinking about it, even if they're not talking about it. And if his form of a joke is upsetting her and doing it publicly, bye.
Yeah, I would agree with that. There was nothing for the punchline other than embarrassing her.
Yeah.
There was nothing there. Okay, let me see what the chat is saying. Let me just see where we're at. Deacon Fatal says, so he just wants to hurt her is what I'm getting from this one. Yes. Kayla says, cut the cameras. Like, yeah, what was the purpose? Like, what was your reason? Okay. Equality says, I feel so bad for her. Why humiliate her? And he like took her to the spa, took her to a fancy dinner. Did he at least pay for the dinner? I'm hoping so. Oh my
With
God.
Groupon?
Yeah. Maybe it was a Groupon one. Sage Moon says, not the a-hole. He's the a-hole. That's a mean thing to do. That is very mean. I don't like, what was he hoping to get out of this? And I guess we're going to see in the update. Deacon Fatal says, not the a-hole. She just wants to know what she should do. Deacon Fatal says she slapped him, and that is good enough for me. Yeah, he better be happy she didn't beat him all the way up. Deacon Fatal says he wanted to publicly embarrass her, but for what? Like, it doesn't sound like they really had anything bad going on in their relationship. Cheryl C says, I might have reacted the same way, minus the slap, I hope. That was humiliating, and I don't know if I could ever look at my significant other the same way again after that. One thing that I've been seeing pop up a lot, like on TikTok, is people talking about shut up rings and don't settle for a guy that gives you a shut up ring. he is going to be a guy that gives her a shut up ring. Like if she says in the next year, after this humiliating stunt he already pulled, if he does marry her in the next year or 2 or 5, because it sounds like he wants to wait another 5, it'll probably be okay, I like you, I don't want to look for another girl, so here's the ring, shut up. And he's not really going to be in the marriage, and maybe kind of like close to the first story. He doesn't want to actually change diapers because he doesn't actually like you, so he doesn't really want to help you out. So I don't know. I don't see the punchline. She should stay broken up. Carlene Andrea says she did the right thing. How embarrassing. Very embarrassing. Equality says there's a few pranks that aren't good. I don't even know how this crossed his mind as a good idea. Like, did he talk to his friends about this? I have no idea. Amanda Beachlife says he made it look like it was real and not a joke. That's what I'm saying. Why do all of that? Like, get on your knee, take her on this fabulous date, kind of like what someone would do in a real proposal. And I don't see how that's a prank, honestly. Equala says this prank is one of the worst. Yeah, very bad. Tiny D says that's just horrible. And if her cue, and it was her cue to leave. Agreed. Sage Moon says he gives man-child F-boy energy. I think she was right in leaving him. I would agree with that for sure. Cheryl C is saying, I agree. I hate most pranks. I won't even watch prank shows. I think prank shows are, well, I would say are stupid, but I did watch Impractical Jokers and I love that show.
That was funny, but it was mostly making fun of themselves and being awkward. Yeah. This is more of that kind of situation where like you say something mean or rude or ridiculous and then you say, oh, it's just a joke because of the reaction. But that's not what it really is.
Right. And you really mean it and you're really trying to hurt the person. Yeah. And Practical Jokers was definitely different than this.
Yeah.
Miki Kayla says, like, at least put it on YouTube and make money, go to work. I don't know. I feel like that would be even worse to put it on YouTube, but I guess he can make some money and give it to her. Deacon Fatal says, I'm just glad she got all of the signals to leave him ASAP. I'm glad she slapped him. Sorry, y'all. I messed up my mic. I think the slap was, not to promote violence.
I think you might have switched mics again.
Oh, okay. Let me fix it. Because I keep knocking it out. That's weird. Oh, gosh. Difficulties today. Okay, I should be back. Okay. Yeah. Not to condone violence or anything of that nature, but I think he deserved it. If anyone deserves a slap, it was him. Okay. Equality says, very rarely there's a prank that doesn't hurt anybody. Mostly, yeah, I would agree with that. Cheryl C says, is it wrong that I can almost picture the guy in my mind? He seems like such a bro. Like you can actually picture what he looks like.
His name is Chad or Todd or something.
Yeah. He's like a super just like bro kind of guy. Definitely a Chad, probably. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the update because there is an update on this one, and then I'll try to get to the chats again and then go from there. Where's my buttons? Okay, there we are. Update August 5th, just a couple of days ago, about a week ago. Thank you guys so much for all the love in the replies on my last post. I honestly didn't expect it to get as much attention as it did, but I'm very, very grateful for that, and it has helped me a lot. I asked mods if this subreddit, if I could do an early update, and they allowed me to, so here's the update. After I made the Reddit post, I fell asleep crying, then woke up and decided to call my now ex-boyfriend. I told him that it was over and that I didn't want to be together with someone who, after 5 years, still isn't ready for marriage. That kind of goes with what you said, Kimmy. Like, even if you're not talking about it, you are thinking about it. And she did say that she was ready, too. Let me see, where was I at? someone after 5 years who still isn't ready for marriage and make a big joke out of it. He cried and then turned angry and demanded me to stay and told me I was an effing a-hole for leaving him like this after everything he has done for me. Oh, yeah, run, run. He cussed me out so much that I stopped listening at one point, so I don't really remember everything he said. Good for you. Block him out. Okay. In the end, we came to a sort of agreement that we were going to sell the house and that he will be sleeping in the guest room for now. So today, I've just been scrolling the internet for apartments so I can have a fresh start. He is still not happy about the breakup, though. He is trying so bad to get back with me, saying stuff the whole day like, can't we be together again? And this was just a small mistake I made. But the one that did it for me was don't be so effing petty and drop it. You know we are happy together and you know you still want me. When he said that, I absolutely lost it and called him every single name I could come up with, then slammed the door. The crazy part is that they were buying a house together and he doesn't think it's necessary. Definitely leave him. He was going to have you waiting for 15 years for a shut up ring. No, 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 no. That's absolutely ridiculous. I think he also told his family about the whole situation because today I got a call from his mom telling me how selfish I was and how I couldn't handle a simple joke. And it ended with her calling me a slut. Okay, mom. And hanging up the call. After that, I've gotten several messages from his other family members, such as his siblings, his dad, and even his aunt. Okay. I've tried to just block them all, but every now and then comes a new message. I feel like more will happen, but the next update will probably not be in less than a week. So, as I'm going to try to sell stuff I don't need, find a new apartment, and fix everything with the house and stuff before we put it up for sale. I just want to get out of here as quickly as possible. So, not only is he an a hole, his whole family is a hole, and they think this is a simple joke.
Mm.
Absolutely unreal. Unreal. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna get back in the chat, so I'm gonna be kind of behind. I'm gonna check out um some of the chats that I missed earlier. Kimmy, did you have an opinion on the update?
I mean, I think you covered it. His whole family's an a-hole.
Mhm.
And I think in any disagreement or argument, the people who get mad and especially name call and go to ad hominem things, like, you're wrong, you lose, you don't have logic and reality on your side. So I'm glad that she stuck to her guns. I wish instead of tuning him out, she would have just hung up. But other than that, good for her.
Yeah, good for her. And I just can't. They're buying a house together, and you decide you're going to do this big prank. What if she would have did that with buying a house? Like,
Right. The fact they owned a house together, like, but you're not ready to be married and you're surprised that she was excited about it. Like, that's just, oh, it's ridiculous.
right. Sounds like he needs someone to help him pay the bills, and he's not really ready to commit all the way.
In the sense of entitlement of everything I've done for you, it's
Right.
like, okay, so then did you take her to the spa and all of that stuff because you knew she would be so upset that you thought that was your get out of jail free card? Like, shut up.
I don't know. I have no idea what this guy was thinking. Like, this is going to be the perfect joke. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Now you're single, okay? Try again with the next woman in 5 years.
Yeah.
Deacon Beto says, don't marry that guy. Tiny D says she should keep her head up and be proud of herself and glad she dodged a bullet, hopefully. That's what she should do. Exactly. I agree. Deacon Fatal says that behavior does not change, will not change. He would be the guy giving her a shut up ring in about 5 years after her saying, hey, remember when you fake proposed to me? Can you really propose to me now? You know, they probably would have kids and he still would not marry her. Absolutely not. Deacon Fatal says, I would still watch Betty White's prank show, but that isn't what this is. No, not at all. Equality says, I understand if she said no and he was embarrassed and pretended it was a prank, but she said yes. She said yes for sure. And he didn't have a ring. It said this is a prank in the ring box. Kimmy is commenting back saying very different situation. Yeah. Nikki Kayla says pranks are meant to be meant to confuse and bemuse. Everyone should be laughing afterwards, not upset, not crying. If she's gonna cry, then he definitely deserves a slap. uh, Deacon Fatal says to Kimmy Locker, coming in on a clutch. Yes, of course. Give us some good commentary, right?
I've got a lot of opinions. I didn't know enough about the Tory Lanez situation, but I can judge an a-hole all day long.
Oh yeah, no, I love Emma the a-hole. Like I watch this, but Alpha's always like, "Oh, stop watching that stuff." No, I'm not gonna stop watching it. Nikki Kayla says he has shorts on and sports sandals. Did it say that?
We're assuming that's what the Chad
Oh.
thing.
I'm like, did he say that, bro? I'm like, oh yeah, he's so bro. Deacon Fiddle says, I'm going to need Kimmy Locker workout routine because I see those honors. Oh my gosh, Deacon Fatal. Sage Moon says, whoa. Yi Koala says, they even had a house together. Yeah, they had a house together. And he thought this was appropriate. I wonder if he's like a dick like this in other situations, or was this the first thing that he did?
He has to be. In 5 years? Like,
yeah.
Nah.
And he hasn't done anything like this before? I don't know.
I don't buy it.
Yeah. I feel like she already knew. Tiny D says, oh, hell no. Like I said, she dodged a bullet. Yeah. He done called his mom, his dad, his sister, his cousins, his brothers to berate her, saying it was a simple joke and she's the problem. And my thing is like, okay, even if it was a joke and she didn't handle it well, what makes you think that sicking your family on her to attack her is going to make her say, oh no, I actually do want to be a part of this family. Let me apologize for him embarrassing me in front of a restaurant full of people.
Right, because you marry into the family. And so what they should have done is said, you are an absolute idiot. Go fix it. I hope she like forgives you. Kiss the ground she walks on.
Yeah, but the family's blaming her instead.
That's why he is the way he is. And that's why I don't think it took 5 years for his first ridiculous thing to be done.
Right. I'm like, how would he feel if they were buying the house and she pulled the money out right at signing? Yeah.
She should prank his half of the equity check.
Not prank his half of the equity. I would take his half of the equity just for embarrassing me.
Yeah, pain and suffering.
Right, pain and suffering for sure. Dicky Fatal says that is abuse. I agree for sure. Nikki Kayla says, cut the cameras. They're live. They live together. A house. Girl, I'm sorry. Yeah. All of that. Michaela Dawson says, wow, bullet dodge. He is disordered. I love that. Very abusive, says Tanya D. I agree. Sage Moon says, exactly, just abusive. Okay, we're calling the abuse out for what it is. Like, he would be the type of guy that smashes a cake in her face at the wedding. Yeah.
Grounds for annulment, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, they haven't gotten married. Luckily, they have not.
Well, no, cake smashing, I mean.
Oh yeah, I'm happy that people are starting to see that as a problem. Like, people used to think that was cute, but like, no, it's not cute. A woman talking about just general heterosexual relationships, the woman takes so much time to get ready. A man does what? Iron his suit and put it on? And you're telling me you want to smash cake in her face with her probably expensive hair, expensive makeup, expensive dress when all you did was wash your face? No. Like, why would anyone think that's cute?
Couldn't be me.
It could not be me either. I'm happy that was not something that I was dealing with. So I'm happy that people are finally seeing it as a problem, because people used to think it was funny. Equality says, I doubt he told everything to his mom. I don't know. Sometimes when dudes are dicks like that, their moms are also dicks, and they're the ones that raised them to be dicks. So I don't know. Kimmy Locker is talking to, okay. A fitness blender is super affordable. Sorry, I'm reading it all out loud.
Oh, yeah, fitnessblender.com.
Okay, you make awesome. Like a drink out of it?
No. That's what the website is called. Like fitnessblender.com. They have like workout programs, videos, a lot of free content, a lot of stuff on YouTube, and you do it at home. Because I'm too late. I'm not going to go to a gym. I'm not. So that's my program and routine.
Oh yeah, a lot of times when it's time to go to a gym, then you don't want to go anymore because you have to get dressed, go outside, get to the gym, drive to the gym, all the things. Definitely, I'm gonna have to check that out. Deacon Fatal says gaslighting, devaluing, and hoovering, and starts back over, and then also brings his family to do the same thing to her. That's crazy. Nikki Kayla say, I co-signed a Sally Mae for my coworker, then got fired. We all make mistakes. Yeah, that I'm sorry to hear that you went through that, but she's going through the same thing with the house. Tanya D says, oh, so the whole family is crazy. Got it. Right. You do not want to marry into that for sure. Equality says his mom probably thinks his baby boy, her baby boy is perfect. Yep. One of those situations. That's what I'm seeing it as. Saying thank you for the workout routines. Sage Moon says, hope she blocks him and his family members. Yes, I hope she gets out of that house quickly, very quickly. Nikki Kayla says, so Miss Bree, we getting back on for the update. That was the update. I'm so behind in the comments. Maybe that's why. It's a deadly cycle. Yes. Equality says it kind of makes sense now. Okay, let me see. Am I that far behind? Yes, I guess so. Let me try to get closer to where we are. Because I kind of went over on the live stream today.
I talk a lot.
No, it wasn't you. It's just this story was longer than I expected. Equality says either his mother didn't know what actually happened or she's the reason he is the way he is. I would probably say she's the reason, but I don't know them. I'm pretty sure she knows. Deacon Fatal says, yeah, so the family also has some issues and maybe, just maybe, they want to get rid of him too. They're like, don't send him back to my house. You keep him. Oh man, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. Deacon Fatal says, in my honest opinion, I think the family is trying to marry him off so they don't have to deal with him. I don't know. I think the whole family might just be like that. It's very uncommon, for at least from what I've seen, where the kids act very different than the parents. I feel like, especially in the situation where the kids are dicks, usually you tend to be nicer when your parents are dicks, not become dicks because your parents are nice. That's what I tend to see. I don't know if you would agree.
Well, I mean, there's the spoiled my baby can do no wrong type.
Right.
But I mean, that my baby can do no wrong is another form of entitlement. So that's still also kind of an a-hole.
Right. I would agree with that. Equality says probably maybe a bit of both. Kimmy Lockers is you says I can see that, but they're bad at it. Amanda Beach says if the family reacts like that, that's a red flag and sirens going off loud and clear saying it's time to run. I agree. I think that she dodged a bullet. Y'all. I'm really behind in the chat and I'm getting sleepy. In the middle of the day, I'm sleepy, right? Equal says, I know, right? I was gonna take a nap before the stream, but it was time to stream. Equal Wallace says, do you recommend she goes to a lawyer to get everything in order? I suppose it depends on what they own together. If they're not married, all they have to do is, get a realtor and put the house on sale. If he refuses to sell it, then she can sue him. But I mean, if he's gonna go along with it, it really shouldn't be any issue. Most she would need is like a real estate attorney to get out of it if he's refusing it. But as far as like marriage separation, they wouldn't need like a family lawyer or anything like that. It'll be a civil suit because they're not married. Deacon Fatal says, oh, she knows. I think she knew before all of this happened. Nikki Kayla says, no, you weren't behind. I thought the story said she wouldn't update after the update. Oh, she did say that she will update a little later on after she is able to move out. Yeah. If it pops up back on my Reddit, y'all know I can't keep up with a lot of stuff because I got a lot of stuff going on. But if it does pop back up, I will update it. We can update it on the next or on whenever it comes out. Well, something is going on there. Don't know exactly what you're referring to there. I gotta get this one. Nikki Kayla says, I bet the house was in her name anyways. Probably. Maybe both of their names. I think she did the right thing, slapping him, getting rid of him. She tried to hear him out, like we said on the second story, at least tried to hear the person out. She tried that. It didn't work. And then she got attacked by his family. So I think she's on the right track. Get out of there as quick as possible. And hopefully she didn't look over too many red flags that led her here. But I feel like a lot of times we know when people are crazy.
Yeah. Hopefully she learned for her next relationship if she gets into another one, or if she's,
Yeah. If I was her, I would take a really long break. She's only 25, or sorry, I think she's 24.
Yeah, that's young.
Yeah, she's only 24. The guy is only 26, and they've been together for 5 years. So
they've been together since she was 19. She didn't even fully know who she was yet. Like, the difference between 19 and 24 is huge. So hopefully she knows what she's willing to put up with and not, and grows.
Right, and they got together when he was only, what, 20?
21.
21?
Oh.
Yeah. So, I mean, he just probably never matured because he's always been with her. So there was really no point for him to grow up, probably. So, yeah, I think she's dodging a bullet. I think she should get out of there. That is all I have for today. Is there anything you would like to share with the chat before we log off?
No, this was so much fun. Hey, let me know, is Alpha's position open then? Is there...
His position, like the job he has?
No, the unpaid intern thing. Like, if he's not going to appreciate it, I got time.
If you want to come onto the chat, just let me know. Even when we're not doing members live streams, if there's like a topic we're going to cover, and this goes for anyone, if you want to jump on live stream, just let me know. Like, we're super chill over here. So he was only coming on Thursdays. Maybe we'll make the Thursday live stream a time where more people can come on. It's just hard because sometimes I don't stream on my scheduled days. But yeah, let me know. Anytime you want to come on, just let me know. Even if it's just in the chat and you're like, hey, I want to chat about this, go ahead and pop it in.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much for having me. I love your channel and the chat. Love you, Brihive. Y'all are so fun.
No problem. Thank you for joining me live. We had a good time. You gave us some good commentary. Thank you, everyone that has joined the live stream on this wonderful Saturday. It is starting to get like super hot in this room, so I know it's hot outside. So we are going to log off. Thank you again, Kimmy, for joining us. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for giving us such great comments and insight and bearing through this with me on a Saturday. And I will see you next Saturday. Bye.